We should be live. Ooh.
What are those?
What are what's?
What are those?
Tums.
They're.
Can I have one?
Yeah, they're mints,
Sick.
but they're Tums.
Even better.
Not what I wanted,
Best of both worlds.
But they do the trick.
because I had a little wee bit of heartburn one
Feel
night.
like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Right.
I'm glad you guys picked up on that.
Oh shit, that's good.
Dude, I've been having heartburn. I need to get some of those.
There we go. Why does it look so blurry?
Oh, can you start it back from the beginning?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Don't be alarmed if it looks like half my head's gone. My hat's just green,
Dude, that's fucking tight.
right?
Oh, it's because
My
it's
hat could
focusing
be a
on the green
snowboard.
screen. Weird. Oh well, I can be
Your
blurry.
hat is a key part of this production.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Whatever. If I'm a little blurry, I'm a little blurry.
A little blur boy.
My voice is what we need, not this face.
Yeah.
Even though this is the money maker.
Money maker.
It's true.
Don't need too much attention on me.
Okay, I think I have all of the social media updated, guys. So people know that we're live. But do they know about layups and cute pups is the question.
I don't know if they do.
I don't think they do.
Thomas filmed that. It's in New York. I was just filming skaters in New York. I'm like, hey, can I put this in an edit? Sure.
Oh, this is your thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's my friend Mitch. He's a snowboard coach up at Park City. He already has a snowboard sponsor, so I'd say he's more of like a skateboard athlete for Vanish.
Right.
A skateboard athlete. Skateboarding is a sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was me, and I snuck into this Brooklyn skate park in New York City. They closed it, so I had to like hop a gate to get in. You've probably seen this in videos, like the whole park is like brick,
Yeah,
and it's like you've seen that, Forrest?
I think so, yeah.
It's a pretty famous park from back in the day.
Dope.
That's another skate park in New York. This guy was awesome. That's Park City, the big jumps.
Is that you?
No, I've hit those, but it would just be like basic tricks. Like I couldn't spin like that.
I was gonna say that looks scary.
I'll be back.
Grab.
Do either of you guys want a water?
Yeah, I'll take one because I don't know.
You want a water?
I would love one.
I don't know if this is mine or not. Imagine it is, but been a minute.
What's up, dude? You're
What?
good.
Well, you want a water too, Pup?
That's in Colorado.
Do you like the snow better here or Colorado?
Here.
Yeah.
Just so I'm used to.
Thank you, sir.
Feels like home, you know?
Right.
Yeah, no, I love Colorado. Like, I'll admit, like, I've never snowboarded powder in April until I went to Colorado. So
That's dope.
that was awesome. But it was late April too. So almost May, and like I was snowboarding in fresh snow.
That's kind of
Like,
crazy.
you don't see that here. However, when the powder is good here, when the snow is good here, yeah, there's nothing like it.
Right.
Damn, the green screen makes it look, because my green headphones, it's going right through my head.
That's dude, you guys are like a part of.
I just want to.
You're a part of it right now.
I just want to merge into the wall, actually.
Damn, I want another like that, but just then I stand in front of it, I can just be like,
Right.
Shout out this guy in New York who let me film him for like an hour. And then shout out Mitch Heber for throwing down that edit and just everyone who helped produce it.
Mm.
Amazing Seven,
did you have another
all
one?
the filmers and skateboarders. Yeah, there's another one we can play for my account. It's one, that's the one like I did like a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's when I was just like very first learning how to edit. So it's not, most of it's like me in it, and then like that's me, and then a lot of it's like my friends. But this is more like the local edit, and it's not as professional because I didn't like reach out to anyone to help me create it. Like this is just an edit I made, you know.
That's
Doesn't
so
need
cool.
to be professional to be dope. You know.
True. And I mean, I guess it's like professional in a sense. It's like I don't know. It's professional, but it's not like it's not. I don't know. You can tell when like a media company produces something, you know,
Oh,
versus like
yeah.
someone like trying to create it themselves.
Definitely.
Who doesn't like
but-
necessarily specialize in it, but I think it turned out alright.
But I think there's a place for both. You know.
Yeah, true. And I guess that's why I put it up is because just all of it, all things,
Right.
all pups and all layups.
Gotta have them. Gotta have them.
This is my friend Aaron. You met Aaron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. You know, and you met Mitch.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was him snowboarding in the last video, like doing the giant jumps and stuff. Yeah, I was filming this. He just it was insane. Here's me.
Ooh, don't do it. Oh my god.
You've been in this park, right, Forrest?
Yeah, I think so.
Sick. Dude, that I remember you shared that one video of what's his name? Monster athlete Ethan Morgan. Snowboarding from top to bottom and
Yeah.
like
To
from the
his
top of the
house.
resort.
Oh,
he
yeah, to his-
snowboards into the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was
That's
pretty
cool.
dope.
That's like my dream. This is closing day. I remember the morning before this, I listened to Tale of Two Cities with the remix with Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Yeah.
And I went on a hike while the sun was rising and listened to that. It just got me so pumped for the day.
Oh, I can imagine. So he had to go give it to
Yo,
the.
he tried this like 10 times and fucked himself up. But he
Damn.
landed it. Just a beast. Yo.
Hey, fuck off.
Why is that the requested next video?
We got another edit on the way. But those are the two big ones out right now.
I got an edit of Jordan.
What's up?
I'm just gonna only buy green shirts from now on.
Right?
Amazing.
I'm just gonna blend into the wall, so it's just my face.
Sunny.
Right,
Sunny suit.
right.
Green man, green man.
Gotta bring it out.
It's the
Please.
The only,
Green man.
The only Jordan video.
Green man. Oh, this is my sponsor me too. Started from the bottom.
Oh, fuck.
Sometimes you gotta go back to the roots.
Sometimes you gotta address the roots. Front and center.
There, you can pull that up for now.
Hey, so if you like the content we're creating, the stuff we're doing, that's my site. Thank you, Amazing Seven, for helping me produce it. However, you fucked up on a lot of things as well. So
Damn.
it worked out though, so thank you. Anyways,
If you click Control on your keyboard and then use your mouse wheel, it should zoom it out so it looks a little bit bigger so you can see the whole.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had it. It's on 60% right now.
I'm just like barely learning how to code and stuff, like basic. So, no, I really am thankful for everyone who helped out with this.
Let's get a little bigger. I don't know why it's one blurring boy.
Have you got any sales yet?
It's just been offline. So, Milo Sport, I am getting my boards in there. Met
really?
with one of the shop managers, met with the owner
Oh, hell yeah.
of Milo Sport,
That'd be fucking rad.
and yeah, my boards are in. He's taking 7 boards for the first deal.
Oh shit, that's way
7
dope.
boards, and then I talked with the shop manager, not the owner, and he said it's a possibility that we could even get like a vanish like stand in Milo, you know, like just to highlight like all my products.
Yeah.
Right.
The manager, the owner wasn't as on board with that, but yeah, we got the commencement deal figured out. Like, yeah, they're taking my boards.
That's fucking rad.
Dang, that's way dope.
I'm
Way
excited.
dope.
Moving up in the world.
Slowly but surely.
Moving on up to the east side, man.
Why not?
Just
I
like-
love New York.
Do you? I want to go visit New York, but I don't know if I would live there personally, just from what I've heard. But I've never been. So I've heard it's kind of, what's the word? It's a different environment,
Mhm.
and people are a little bit different. You got to get used to it.
So what's like? How do you like see New York? Like when you think of New York, like what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
It's like just downtown New York,
Mhm.
a little hectic.
Hectic.
Kind of on like the Lower East Side and different things like that.
Yeah.
A little bit more, still busy, but
Yeah. What about like the borders of the city? You know what I mean?
never really thought about it.
Like closer to like the lowest part of downtown, where you're getting more into like suburban areas, even like mountains, like little mountains. Anyways, it seems like you would like that
Probably like that,
a little
yeah.
more. I will admit though, like I don't know if I could live there all year, just because like it's always just like,
Yeah, there's no. So it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like there's ever slow time.
yeah, it's true. What's like your first impression? Have you been to New York?
No.
Like what comes to your mind first? I'm curious when you think of it.
Oh, it's gonna be rude.
No, say it. I mean,
I was just gonna say
honestly.
gay.
Oh yeah. Pride.
George W.
Damn. There's buildings that are.
There's
There's
a lack of
history.
2 towers
There
there.
used to be buildings that are there that
Yeah.
are no longer there.
It's true, yeah. Me and Nessa were out there like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, we went by the 9/11 memorial. Like it was sad, but it was like I'm glad we did it. You know, it was cool.
Yeah, I want to go see that.
Yeah,
What's
like,
up? This is a funny user
Name, okay.
name. Okay.
I started to feel really bad about all the 9/11 jokes I made.
Right.
I was like, all right, this is like to see it firsthand. It was like, okay,
Yeah, like
I should
shit.
probably chill.
Yeah, like, this is way more hilarious in person.
That's you if you go.
Force is like, man,
You're gonna be a
people?
person like.
I'd
Never
be like-
mind. I don't even want.
I'd be like, Jordan, get a picture of me leaning against this building.
You'd be doing like a sex.
That was primo. That was fucking great. Oh no, he missed.
Shit.
Uh,
All
Thought
right.
this was
What do you guys
1999.
usually have back here?
Just random funny stuff. Been
All
doing
right.
a lot of sharks.
Thank you for asking.
Wait, can I do my plug real quick before you change it?
Yeah, plug away.
All right.
You'll have someone helping you.
Okay. Who's taking him? Oh wait, actually, can I use him
Yeah.
as a? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, alright. This is Jesus, our Lord and Savior. He shows us right from wrong, or wrong from right. I don't know what your religion is. You live your life.
Nico's got some really thick arm boys. His arms are real thick.
Yeah.
It looks like he
Alright.
just goes to the gym and does
So,
bicep
I just gotta
curls.
like check out like this. That's like home, right? Okay, so that's the home. That's home, right? So as you can see, we have a collection for ultimate fun, right? We've come up with unique, strong. Where's the camera?
On top up there by the blue cup.
Unique, strong, endurable skateboards. I handcrafted them all myself. I did like 90% of the process. However, like the more technical and like skillful parts of the trade, the owners of the board company who took me under their wing did that part. So, anyways, yeah, they're all handcrafted. Here's one right here. If you've watched the prior shows, yeah, we have a white and gold model, a black and gold model, and then we have some apparel up there as well. So, you want to scroll down?
Yeah. There you go.
That's me, rooted in skateboarding and snowboarding. That's at Milo's board, actually. Okay, rooted in skateboarding and snowboarding. Keep going. And I've talked to Forrest about this before. I liked something, one of my favorite snowboarders, Sage Kotzenberg, said, or he quoted someone else. I'll have to figure out who originally said it. But anyways, like the high levels of any sport, they were talking about skateboarding and snowboarding, but the high levels of anything, how those are respectable, like no matter how respectable those are, you'll always appreciate the person who's going out there and doing it and just having a good time, who's just having fun. And that's kind of our motto right now. Like I've talked to you about it before, like, you know, I'm not necessarily like a professional skateboarder or snowboarder, but it's something like I've really enjoyed and had fun doing since I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
It's a passion of mine. So
For sure.
that's why I do what I do.
Can I see the pup real quick?
Yeah.
I'll do a sales pitch for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Come here, buddy. Alright. In the arms of an angel.
No, don't make this that.
Donate $5 to Vanish Board Code.
No! Stop! Stop!
Wait. If you like puppies, you'll buy from Vanish Board Code.
Oh, don't make this that.
As you see, $20 of each purchase will go to a charity of your choice.
That is true.
That is true.
So, if you like helping puppies, just a skateboard a day
Just a skateboard a day.
So
could save this puppy's life. If you don't buy a skateboard, we're gonna have to send this guy back to the streets.
well, no, he's gonna be safe and sound in my house. But
Oh, sorry, your paw's stuck.
that was beautiful. Arms of an angel. Oh, Forrest coming in. Dude, you can seriously sing. I think I need to address that. Like, you can seriously sing, man. When you want to, you really can. Like, anyways. Okay, I'll wrap up real quick.
Scoobity bop bop.
Like Forrest said, the gentleman next to me, has kindly, generously offered to donate $10 for each of these Vanish Chief skate decks we sell. So that means $10 from him, and I told him I'd match it. So $10 from me, $20 from the Topshelfers and Vanish Board Co. to the charity of your choice. It can be for puppies, whatever, for each board you buy. If you don't have a preference, $20 goes to charitywater.org.
The funniest would be, I hope someone's like, $10 to a homeless guy. Let's walk up. Here you go, sir. This is from Chad.
You can put in like any request. I mean, you know, as long as it's like safe and whatnot.
Salty Frank bought a board and he wants you to go give it to the local homeless guy and record it.
Down.
I'm like, here you go.
Hey, Salty Frank, I'm down. Okay.
Here you go, sir.
Yeah. So those are our products. Like I said, I don't want to make this too salesy. Like I feel like I've gone on too long already. So yeah. That's my site, vanishboardco.com. Check it out. If you know these guys, hit them up. Or hit me up personally if you know me, and we'll get you a discount.
Hey, agreed on all that. I did one right before you.
I've had to follow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need one of those now. I just got mad heartburn.
Oh, no.
It's because I had mad sriracha on earlier.
Oh, you filthy hipster.
Worth.
Is there Pabst Blue Ribbon
Actually,
here?
it was
Full circle?
sriracha mayo.
Go.
It's called sriracha mayo.
Okay.
We should put up a Send It Billy video real quick. I know you've...
Alright.
Have you seen the one where the goat farts?
No.
Okay, that's the one. Dude, me and Vanessa watched in the airport. Just obnoxiously laughed for like 10 minutes straight. Couldn't control ourselves. Everyone's like, who are these idiots? Like, man, you just gotta see it. You just gotta see it.
And then you're just over there like, haters gonna hate.
Okay.
It was so fucking funny.
What do you think, Nico?
He says, sup, cut.
Yes, up, cuh?
Who says that?
What did you say? Goat fart and scares kid?
Yeah.
Amateur. I don't know if there's gonna be any sound, but fuck you.
Sleepy boy.
You want to hold it?
Yeah. Of course.
Sweet.
I want to hold all the pups. Come on, baby boy.
You can't hear it, but you can see it. You can see the.
Hello, meteor boy.
Here, look. I'll show you the sound he makes. Okay. All right. This is him.
Nico looked at you like, what?
So good, man. You just got it. Yeah. The video doesn't do it justice.
It's so funny.
You got one floppy
I was
ear.
gonna look up today while we're layups and cute pups. I don't remember. I know Rudy Gobert got Defensive Player of the Year. I forgot to turn
Respect.
my mic back on. What else was there? Okay, hold on.
Who's MVP?
Was it Steph?
I think it was LeBron.
Brown? Makes sense.
I think I might have seen that, but like.
Yeah, no, James Harden got it. Oh,
Oh, nice. I think that. Well, what are your thoughts?
he definitely
Without
got.
CP3, I don't think they make it as far as they did. So I don't know if that's
So it's not
worthy
showing
enough
what
to
I
give
saw earlier.
Harden
Right.
the MVP, because I feel like without LeBron on that team, they don't even make it out of first round and even maybe to the playoff. They're still a good team. They make it to the playoffs. Without Harden on that team, I feel like they're probably still doing decent.
I think it makes a dramatic difference, but not.
No,
well, it makes a
dramatic
difference
for sure.
Excuse me. Yeah, it makes a difference, but LeBron leaving
Just would have a bigger impact.
it has
than,
sets a wave.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Anyways,
you were wearing
yeah, I don't know.
Thank you,
He's
Salty.
phenomenal, and like people say he can't play defense, but like I saw a video of him blocking Kobe, and I was like, okay,
You're like, wait a minute.
yeah.
Before we get to more in the NBA, I just want to say, hey Jesus, point to the cutest guy.
Oh, damn.
Thanks, Jesus.
Switching religions.
Here you go.
But,
Nico wants to go back
so
to daddy.
James Harden, MVP.
Oh.
Not a rookie.
Oh.
Not a rookie. Simmons got Rookie of the Year.
Right. Fake rookie.
Respect. Yeah, he's not a real rookie, but still, phenomenal player.
I mean,
Donovan Mitchell's really rookie of the year.
yeah. I mean, I remember one finals game where Ben Simmons made 1 point.
Right.
I don't know. Finals playoff rookie of the year is Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, well,
That
yeah.
put back against the Rockets.
I don't think there's any human who watches the NBA is going to argue that one.
And then Dwayne Casey, Coach of the Year. Should have been Quinn Snyder.
Didn't Dwayne Casey get fired
I don't know.
or released?
He might have. I don't know. He got rookie or Coach of the
So
Year.
he got Coach of the Year and he was released from the team?
I think so. I'm not sure about that one.
Wait a minute.
Something doesn't. Hang on, but you.
I feel like if I was Coach of the Year, the team's probably not going to get rid of me.
Is there some sort of agenda behind this? Or...
What are we pushing?
5-year contract with the Pistons.
Yes, Salty.
Anyways,
I am wearing the Emperor's clothing on my hat.
And
Go further over.
the boy, Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
The paint protector.
Especially when he's got tree trunk arms. Just, nope.
Yeah. He's already like stupid tall, and then his arms
Just
bend.
got branches. No.
Yeah, he really.
No.
Dude, he seriously. He reminds me of those trees from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
For real. He's built like that.
He
It's
runs like him too.
You come in, it's like, whoa, those trees are tall, but then they actually stand up, and it's like, oh shit,
Damn.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back that way and shoot a 3.
He was taller than me sitting down. What happened?
Okay. Lou Williams, 6th man of the year. Victor Oladipo got most improved player.
I had no idea he did so well this year.
Either.
I wasn't really following him, but
Yeah,
is he on the Pacers?
I think so.
Yeah, he stepped his game up. Like, I looked at his stats and I had no idea he performed so well.
Yeah, I don't
Insane.
really know anything about him.
He was on OKC with
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, but I guess they kicked him and he was just like, you know what? I'll show you guys.
I'll show you.
Right.
KD got Community Assist Award.
Respect.
Kemba Walker got Sportsmanship Award.
Respect.
Daryl Morey got Executive of the Year. Not really a player, but Teammate of the Year, Jamal Crawford. I don't know what this award is. Best Style Fan Award was Russell Westbrook.
No, yeah. He's definitely...
Player of the Year, LeBron James. So they're like, we won't give you a beat. You can get the Player of the Year.
Right, here's
What's
your participation trophy.
Player of the Year, most valuable player.
There's like the same
Pick
thing.
one.
Right.
You can't just be like, you can't just create 2 first place trophies NBA.
Yeah, they're like
Right.
Rookie of the
Stop.
Year, Ben Simmons. Best rookie this year, Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
Rookie who
Outplayed
rose
the rest
above
of-
all.
Yeah. And then Lifetime Achievement Award, Oscar Robertson.
Cool.
He's so old, his picture's in black and white.
The triple-double legend.
Is that who that is?
Mm-hmm.
The Big O.
First person to average a triple-double. The only person to until Russell Westbrook did last year.
Jeez.
Played for the Milwaukee Bucks and Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, I think so.
What a god.
What a guy. What a inspiration, a basketball god. They
Right.
look down upon him and they are pleased.
They're dunking on the haters from heaven.
Right.
There's a lot going on, and he's stirring the pot.
He's
That's
like-
for sure.
It crossed up Jesus.
He's up in heaven wondering why Magic Johnson isn't there yet.
Damn.
Damn.
That's funny because it says list of
Big
NBA
bars.
players. Magic Johnson right after you said that.
It's funny because he's got the AIDS.
And then Karl Malone.
Are you making new awards so that, like, kids' sports game, everyone gets a trophy? Yes.
Apparently the NBA is.
Everybody gets one trophy.
Yeah, like best heart in the NBA. You all got it.
Yeah. We'll send you out a little heart trophy.
Aw.
I think they should do, like, 10 or 15 trophies for the best players, and then I think they should do 10 or 15 trophies of, like, just shit, like, rude things. Most time spent on the bench trophy. Least points per game
The
trophy.
NBA roast.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Player who was worse than he was last year trophy.
There's
Talked the most game, but couldn't back it up.
Right.
God damn.
Who subtreated the most but was on the worst team.
There's a new roast coming out.
Something has aided Magic Johnson in living so long.
God damn it. I'm HIV positive. He might go soon.
Salty Frank. That was a beautiful pun.
Salty Frank knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Dude, I want to play Fortnite with Salty Frank again. That was fun.
Yeah.
Ah, it's Bruce Willis. This is gonna be this.
They're gonna roast Bruce Willis?
Comedy Central roast Bruce Willis.
There ain't shit they can say.
I forgot who the roast master was.
Hey Bruce, I'm here to roast you. You make a lot of good movies. Oh.
Do you remember that one time when you walked on the broken glass?
Right. Remember that one time you almost got butt fucked in Pulp Fiction?
God damn.
That almost happened.
Oh, I think it's. Wait, I think the roast
Oh,
master. I think it's gonna be
Dang.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, what?
I think so.
So it's actually gonna be like a bunch of A-list celebrities? I'm in.
Right?
As long as Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays the drums the whole time.
dude, how about those A-list celebrities at the E3 event? That was cool.
Right?
Was there a bunch of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Paul George was there.
E3's
right.
huge.
Chandler, Riggs, Marshmallow.
Chandler Riggs is a gamer, so that makes sense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He used to go and do Minecraft Let's Plays back when Minecraft was the biggest thing on the internet.
Cool.
He would go to people's Let's Plays, and the only reason why I know that is there was 2 guys that I watched that did. They were on like episode like 100 because those episodes used to go so many, and they were doing like a Walking Dead themed Let's Play.
Yeah.
And then Chandler Riggs came on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was kind of like cool, like, oh look, they got the actual dude.
Huh.
It must have been the HIVs of people.
The
on his
hive.
medical team.
God damn
That
it.
makes sense.
Puns.
Damn, Salty.
He's.
I wish I had your processing power, Salty. Everything's just
Impressive.
right off the cuff.
Yeah.
That means Jeff Ross is gonna get some work for. You don't hear about Jeff Ross
Until
except for
there's a
one year when he
roast.
goes to the roasts.
I really am not a fan of Jeff Ross.
Some of his roasts are funny, some of them are not. My favorite was though Greg Giraldo, but rest in peace.
Mm,
He was so fucking funny.
yeah.
He's talking about like how the Catholic Church is anti-abortion. He's like, all it is he's like, it said life begins at conception. So he's talking about like Plan Bs and stuff, and he's like, it's just when a little jizz touches the egg. He's like, just a little jizz.
Little jizz.
He's like, if jizz could create a baby by itself, that means there would be a baby crawling out of my wastebasket right now.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was really funny. He died though.
Yep, he did die.
I think heroin, as usual.
Yeah, the huge. His fave. His secret little buddy.
It's like, everyone's like, oh, let's do all the big ones. They die young on heroin.
Yep. Wasn't that, fuck, what's his name? Dude from Along Came Polly. And he was the villain in Mission Impossible 3.
I'm not sure.
He's an A-list actor. I can't
Oh,
remember his name.
yeah. I don't remember his name.
I think
though.
his was heroin too.
Yeah, right? It's all of them.
Is it Polly's brother? Or someone else?
It was the dude who, when they're playing basketball, Ben Stiller like rubs his gets all the sweat from his chest and hair and stuff.
Mm,
Can't remember.
yeah, I
his
was thinking
name.
of it.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
seen a long game. I was thinking of 50 First Dates.
Oh yeah, no, that's
I don't know why.
How
but-
dare you confuse Frodo or Samwise Gamgee with this other dude? He didn't trek all the way to Mount
That
Doom.
was That's true. That was Sam.
He didn't throw the winning touchdown.
Sam.
Rudy!
Rudy.
I didn't know J.J. Abrams directed Mission Impossible 3.
J.J. Abrams directs everything.
At least the good stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know what else he directs, so.
everything. You watch a good movie, you're like, God, that was a good movie, and then you see Bad Robot pop up, you're like, oh, it's because it was J.J. Abrams.
Oh, you talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah, I think he died of heroin.
He was in,
Awful, man.
what's it
It's
called?
tragic.
Yeah.
Katniss.
That heroin, it'll get you. It will sneak up on you. You think you're having a lot of fun, and then you die.
Rip.
You're going to be like, damn, that's a cool dragon we're chasing. I'm really high.
Hey,
Speaking of death on the, I said before, but homeboy from, old man from Pawn
Homeboy.
Stars,
Yeah.
since that's in the, what's going on these days.
He got, yeah.
What was it, just old age?
No, he was battling Parkinson's
Oh, shit.
or something else.
Oh.
You can tell, because, like, I don't watch Pawn Stars much anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, every once in a while, like, if I'm just not doing anything, I'll turn it on.
Yeah.
And some of the later episodes, you can just tell he just didn't look well. Like, he kind of looked sick. And,
Yeah. Poor guy.
you
yeah.
don't have like a fan or something in here, do you?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
no worries.
I can turn on the AC though here in a sec.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Some fanboys.
Fanboys. He's a fanboy though.
I wanted to look it back up. Me and my dad were looking at the highest paid NBA players of all time. Some of them are ridiculous.
Old dad of Rick. Yeah, he died. I'm the fanboyo. Or Salty Frank is the fanboy of. Damn.
Isn't Flapjack the fanboy?
I think he is.
You said that, Salty.
Damn. The connections.
All right.
Connections are being made.
My brain can't handle all this. Oh, fuck. My brain just splurged.
Beautiful. Okay, the highest
Succulent.
paid.
Did you say succulent?
Succulent.
What?
Such a great word.
It is a great word. But the timing.
Next time you go to dinner with someone, and you're just, having, your basic conversation, and you take a bite of food, and you just gotta, get all paranoid. You're like, God, that was succulent. You're gonna throw whoever you're with just in a big loop. They're gonna be like, are you on drugs? No, it was just really good. And if it's really shitty food, that's even more funny. It's like a chicken finger from Applebee's.
Oh.
You're like, oh.
You okay?
Yeah. It was good.
Exquisite.
You want a bite of this? It'll change your fucking life. Not gonna be the same after that chicken finger.
Damn, chicken fingers are delicious.
Describing steak as succulent is great. Yes. Oh, you guys need to go over to Smith's. Oh, you don't need any steak. You guys got like a half cow. If you're a fan of steak, Smith's, the new Smith's over there this weekend was running a deal. It was literally buy one, get one free on packs of steak.
Damn.
So
Do you mean the
steak.
Smiths on 26th?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like my
Nice.
family got 2 packs of 6 steaks in each of them.
Craig Ostertag.
Oh, the man.
Thank goodness.
The only guy who really matters in the NBA.
He needs a 1 in front of those 2 zeros.
100. Oh god, I love steak. That one dude that just I was trying to think of a nice word to say it, but homeboy Anthony Bourdain, my dad was watching one of his things and he said, leave your steak for 7 minutes after you cook it because that's when the chemical reactions and
Yeah.
so you're supposed to not stab it or cut it or anything for 7 minutes. I was like, damn.
And you're supposed to cut with the grain.
Yeah.
Because if you cut opposite of the steak grain, which is kind of funny to say, then you'll have tougher meat. But if you cut with it,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know Anthony Bourdain was a jiu-jitsu monster.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that he was on. I was listening to one of Mr. Joe Rogan's podcast recently, and he's like, everywhere they went, he would go find a gym and just roll with everybody.
That's
He's
so
like,
cool.
it doesn't matter where they were at or who was there, he would just go and roll. I guess he was really good.
Impressive.
I was like, damn.
That's something I want to learn.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
It's chess for athletes. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It is, because, everything has a move. Everything
Mhm.
has a counter, and just like chess, you need to be thinking what their next 10 steps are while you're thinking of your next 10 steps. It's just...
I'd say, yeah, most combat sports are like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more so that one because it's like a actual move.
Right.
And there's counters, but, boxing
Oh,
is
boxing's the same
compared
way
to
for
chess
sure.
all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
And chess is chess from athletes. God
There
damn
you
it.
go.
Alright, but here's the 27 highest paid basketball players of last season.
This last year?
Last season, yeah.
Okay, Jordan and I, let's take a guess at who you think number 1 was. Now, is this including endorsements and...
I'm not sure. I have no idea. It's just highest paid.
If it's including endorsements, I would
may
say
just be
LeBron because I
salary.
think he has the most shoe sales right now.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Just salary?
yeah.
I'm going to go Kevin Durant. I think he is number 1.
Oh,
right
it's
now.
true. They paid a lot for him. It was like 35. I want to say James Harden.
Yeah?
I remember hearing like he got like a $200 million contract, and it was like It was for 5 years, but it was like 40 mil for each year, if I remember right.
Number 1, Steph Curry.
Oh.
$201.2 million contract for 5 years.
Maybe I was thinking of him.
He got
Zoinks.
Wow.
That's a lot of moolah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of green.
number 2 is the obvious, LeBron.
Mm.
But number 3 will blow your mind. Who do you think number 3 most paid basketball player was?
Paul George.
Nope,
How close am I?
not close. He was an ex-Jazz player.
Darren Williams?
No, he retired.
Oh, yeah. I have no
Is
idea.
it per year?
It's just who was paid the most last year.
Oh, okay. I want to
He got a 2-year contract, and he barely played last year.
George Hill?
Nope,
Kyle.
Paul Millsap.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and he didn't even play. He got a
He...
2-year, $61 million contract for Denver Nuggets.
Wow.
I bet they're
I
pretty
want
mad.
his agent.
Yeah, right? His agent's making power moves.
Another
Yeah.
thing I didn't know is John Stockton never had an agent.
He just did all himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I read, this thing about him, and
Oh,
he like went and met with the owner every time. Like he had a good relationship with Larry H. Miller.
I think that's... Yeah, I think if you have a good relationship with the owner already, but it's got to be risky moves to do it without an agent.
yeah. He just was, had a good relationship with the Jazz, and he's like, just pay me a fair salary. I don't really care. I think he just loved the game. He's
Yeah.
like, just pay me fair, and we'll call it good.
Yeah. And then he made a lot of money.
Yeah. Who do you think number 4 was?
The way you're giving me
It's
facial-
another wild one.
Paul Millsap at 3, man. It could be anyone. I
Right.
don't know. I didn't
What's
really
Eyebrows'
follow.
name?
It's nope. I'll tell you, it's another ex-Jazz player.
Kyle Korver.
Nope. Gordon Hayward.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
He made $29.7 million to play like 10 minutes last year.
It wasn't 10 minutes. I think it was like 4.
Yeah.
I think it was actually the first
Man,
possession.
That was wild, dude. I went over to Chandler Young's house, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come over and watch the game?" Bryson was there, and they're like, "Dude, you won't believe what just happened." Gordon Hayward. I'm like, "What? Did he just go and ball out?"
Yeah.
Nope.
He balled his leg out.
Yeah, there's a ball sticking out of his leg.
Dude, I sat down and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this game. First game of the year. Celtics versus Cleveland. I'm like, this is gonna be a good game.
Oh, and it was the first game of the year.
Yeah, and I was like watching it, and it happens. I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's so wild. Speaking of the Celtics, though, did you see Kyrie's probably gonna leave? Because he found out they were while he was playing the best this season, they were thinking about trading him.
Kyrie,
For what?
please come to the Jazz.
He just found out, and he's like, "You were gonna trade they have no loyalty for their players at all."
Oh no, they definitely.
And they're
don't.
like, they were just gonna trade. I don't know. I can't remember for who, but
well, he should have known that with what was gosh, I can't think. Who was the guy who was on the Celtics, the shorter fella that they traded?
Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, that dude was like all on board. Like he loved playing there. He loved the crowd. Like everyone
They're
loved
like-
him. They're like, oh yeah, by the way,
he made him get Gordon Hayward.
there's the fucking door.
Right.
He's on the Lakers now.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a lot of players going Lakers now.
There's
So-
rumors of LeBron going there.
So see you later, Kyle
Yeah.
Kuzma and whatever Lonzo.
Lonzo, dude, they're both fun to watch.
But
And
I mean,
Lonzo
if they're
has
getting
the
all these
talent, but, like-
superstars, if they start getting all these superstars there, though,
Yeah.
they have no room for rookies.
Right.
Oh, they do. They have
But I mean, if
potential.
they're thinking about getting Paul George at Lakers, they're thinking about LeBron. It's like
Right.
so all these players is like, all right,
It's
you
like,
guys are gonna.
You would have to like switch the positions, like unorthodox positions,
Yeah.
maybe, or I don't, because that's the thing. Like with Isaiah Thomas coming in, like Lonzo's a backup point guard now. It's
Yeah.
he likes it in LA though, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Lonzo will move up to shooting guard,
Guess we'll
I don't
see.
know.
I think it depends on.
and
who
then
they
there's
all pick
Kuz
up.
too. Like
I think-
Kuzma at small forward.
Better player than Lonzo.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
I don't think anyone's really arguing except for Lonzo's dad.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, I'll put up a little case. Like the potential, like those few plays he did have, you know,
a couple,
like
but...
he stood out. Like Kuzma all around definitely dominated him.
Right.
Like all around solid player, but like you just like get those like glimpses of Lonzo where it's like, did he just do that, you know?
Right, but I think the only reason why I feel like if he didn't have all the hype behind him
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have his dad, who's a psychopath, act like how he's acted,
Mm-hmm.
Lonzo Ball would just be one of those players that he might not be a bench player, he might be a starter,
Yeah.
but I don't think he'll ever be like someone that you're like writing record books about.
I don't know. I wouldn't count him out of the race yet.
We'll see how it goes. I was not like, yeah, he's good for sure, but comparison, I think he was like out of like, you know, the top 5-6 rookies this year.
Mhm.
He was definitely one of the lower ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had all this hype and all this pressure, not to mention like his
big
dad.
And
I
he
think it
like-
screwed him.
and his
Yeah.
team said he just doesn't have the ability to be a leader. They said he's super passive. Like guys, can we go out and...
He probably got that from his fucking dad, because like there's probably no telling that guy like,
Yeah.
hey, LeVar.
Yeah, you do what your dad says. So he probably got this passive. Yeah, they said he like... And like their dad would come out and try to tell the team what to do.
Yeah.
So basically it's
Salty
better.
Frank.
LeVar Ball is Alex Jones of basketball. His kids are Alex Jones medicals.
Dude,
It's
I'm
true.
so happy he just said that.
The funniest were those supplements, and he did before and after, and it was the exact same. His skin was just a little more red.
Yeah.
Looked like he'd been in the sun for a day.
Alex Jones talks about, you know, the reptilians and then talks about some medical supplements.
Right.
Turning the freaking frogs gay.
See, this is how I look at Lonzo Ball personally.
Anyways.
So, right, freaking fogs.
I'm impressed how you connected something like so far out to our
Yeah.
conversation.
Dude, the salt.
The salt.
But let's take like the main 6 rookies and let's put Ben Simmons as a rookie, even though he wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the 6 main rookies.
Mhm.
Wait, who? So, Donovan, Lonzo,
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum,
Phenomenal in the playoffs.
Kuzma, Ben Simmons,
Yeah.
and then there's one more. Who was the other?
There was Markelle Fultz. He was first
But
pick, but
he's
yeah, the
injured.
injuries. I'm excited to see him.
There was
come
some.
back.
Anyways, let's take
Yeah.
those 5 and let's say that they all have, like 3 years from now, they're all on separate teams.
Yep.
And they're the ones dominating the league. I think Lonzo Ball is going to be the 5th seed out of those 5,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Because like if you look at
Yeah.
like how the league is now, like you have
Yeah.
like Steph, LeBron,
Right.
like, you know, you
So
have James
who would
Harden.
you compare him to, like one of the veterans today, like one of the main all-stars?
Right now?
Yeah. Like who do you think he would be, if you think he's gonna make it to that level?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
Probably like, it's tough. I was gonna say a good what's the word? There's someone who's a big powerhouse on his team and he's a good secondary to him. Kind of like how James Harden's the powerhouse and CP3 was like the dude
Yeah.
who worked the strings.
So maybe like CP3,
Yeah. Something like that. Like, cuz I don't think
Rajon Rondo.
so yeah, like something like that. I don't think that he can carry the team,
Yeah.
but having him on the team is always going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't think Chris Paul put him on a team is going to carry a team. I don't think Rondo ever would be able to carry a team.
Like I would love to hear Lonzo's coming to Utah. You know.
Yeah, it'd be a good fit.
Yeah.
He's a great player to have.
Yeah.
But I don't think
He wouldn't start over Rubio.
No,
But-
definitely not.
No. He would be a good fit.
So I think if you're comparing him to like Donovan Mitchell, like
Yeah.
you're gonna
no.
put his ass anywhere and he's gonna carry a team.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
especially 3-4 years from
dude,
now.
I'll talk about Donovan Mitchell all day.
Right.
Yeah. He's got the
Yeah.
moves like Jagger. You know.
Dude, he is, yeah.
I can't wait until like the ultimate confidence comes and he just realizes his dick is like this big and like
He like
the shit that he'll do.
he like has that awakening, that Super Saiyan awakening.
I saw the future.
Right.
All
He
right.
trains in the hyperbolic chamber. He
Yeah.
comes out and he's just like,
I know everything.
I feel so light.
It's like that video you
LeBron
sent
who?
me, and it's like He was talking about robot. LeBron decided he can do it all himself.
Oh yeah.
So he had a whole team of LeBron.
And then it was like LeBron's sons.
Yeah, and then in the future it was Riley Curry leading the Golden State, and it was just like all these random players. Oh no, it was like Riley Curry and Donovan Mitchell versus someone else.
Yeah, and then it was LeBron James still.
And it was Cyborg LeBron.
Yeah, Cyborg LeBron.
Dude,
he is kind of a freak though. With
cyber sports could be
a
part of our
thing.
future.
Just robo guys.
Scary but true. Well, like robot arm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think LeBron could probably play for another good several years.
Yeah.
But I could see him being someone who's like, I hope he doesn't do what Michael Jordan does where he tries to go play another sport, because I know that he's talked about playing football and like things like that.
Well, he also said he doesn't want his kids to play football.
Yeah. And I think that's smart, because football, you're seeing a lot of athletes now come out of football just fucked. But
Yeah.
I could see him being someone who gets a little fed up and just calls it early.
Yeah.
You know?
He's
Because
like, fuck this.
whatever
I
his...
couldn't.
No?
I can't.
He was thinking about going to Europe last
I
year.
think he's in it too much. Really?
Yeah, he was
That
talking.
surprises me.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know,
Well, he's already a god
That's
here. If he
possible,
went to
yeah.
Europe, he would be...
more of a god, and he would probably be able to relax a little bit.
Be
Yeah.
the Jimmer of Europe.
Right.
Jimmer's fucking dominating. Is it China?
Yeah, he's in China. He's like the best player.
It's so funny.
All these teams keep trying to get him to come back because he has like higher free throw averages than like anyone in the NBA. So they're like, come back. He's like, no, I've got to shoot like my own shoe company here. Like
Yeah.
they call him the lonely god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you not hear about this?
Whoa.
Dude's like the Lord and Savior in China,
Yeah.
in China
That
for
is
basketball.
amazing.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. They keep trying to come back. It's like, why?
Can we like watch his highlights right now?
Yeah, I could
Probably
pull
put
it
it on
up.
the green screen, yeah.
He's like averaging like they like all these players are. Everyone's like he doesn't play defense. I'm like neither does James Harden.
Right.
So, but yeah, like all these teams like we're even trying to just do 10 days and like no. He's like why? Like I'm happy.
Well,
Why
yeah.
come here, tear up the D League again and then?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I
Because
think
what's the point of playing, like, if he's not going to be a starter?
they
which-
have to have him. He has to be on a team like that lets him do it like kind of like what he is
Yeah.
right now.
Let Jimmer go out there and do Jimmer. Let him
Yeah.
go out there and shoot 75
I saw
threes.
another.
Yeah.
He's still doing like I saw him shot at half court. I was like, why did he shoot that? But he just makes it. I was like, okay.
Casual.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Highlights 2018.
Jimmer for that.
The Lonely Master. That's what it is.
Oh, the Lonely Master.
It's not the
Mm.
Lonely God, but similar.
Whoa.
Who's this guy? Show him the 2011 draft.
I like to think that he still hasn't learned Chinese, so he just doesn't talk to his teammates.
A lot of
He's
them
just
are
like
just. You'll see, a lot of them are just
clueless out there.
No.
Most
BYU.
of the time.
But a lot of them are just
I'm sure
like
he's doing fine.
random, like players that couldn't make it. And
Yeah, I'm sure it's
I guess
mostly.
it's a little big.
When he played for the Kings.
Yeah.
You
and
need to
then-
see his call, because I remember he didn't do super well for the Kings.
No, he didn't really get a play at all either.
Well,
They didn't give him
Forsberg.
a good chance. They didn't. Give
Well,
him
yeah, and Forrest brings up a good point. I think for Jimmer Fredette to be successful, they need to be comfortable saying, okay,
Just go shoot.
yeah, just go shoot.
He was never on it. The only teams that let him do that was the D League team,
Uh-huh.
which he did what he did in China and then China, BYU. But
Yeah. Well, he was.
he has to, and I don't know. He's a little guy too, so it's like
Yeah.
How
he
tall
can
is he?
fucking shoot.
He's 5'10".
Seriously?
5'11", yeah. He might be 6, but
Yeah,
he's not. He's not.
He's
like a
right
big
around
dude.
6 feet. So
I just like, dude. I'm
But-
gonna like go home and watch some Jimmer Fredette highlights.
here's some of them now. He just like all these are like, why is he shooting from down there? But it's like okay.
This is from college, right?
Yeah, I think it's career highlights.
Okay.
He's just a picture perfect person for what people look like here in Utah.
Right.
Like, if anyone's like, "What do people look like in Utah?" I'd be like, "Go look at what Jimmer Fredette looks like."
What's up, Hannibal?
Hey, Hannibal, making it over to the podcast.
Yeah, he see like that one?
Hey,
That was at Utah.
shut up. I was watching a lot of college basketball when he was playing. Every time they played
Let's
the Utes, I was
not
like,
bring that into this.
every time they played the Utes, I was like, oh,
That's back
great.
back when like
Hey.
you would talk to huge Utah fans like. Because that's when the college basketball team was okay that year for Utah, and then like, oh no, I just watch football. It's like, oh, okay. Until the Utah basketball team's
That's
good
probably
again.
me. Dude, Kyle Kuzma though,
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
next
Well, there's
big
been a lot-
athlete from Utah.
There's been like 3 or 4 big
Damian
dudes from
Lillard.
Utah.
He's
Weaver,
just going
but Damian Lillard.
So-
And Damian Lillard.
I don't know what his popularity's like in China, but in the
Huge.
U.S., like he's just going so under the radar. Then
Andrew Bogut.
Yeah.
that's
He was
true.
a monster.
Yeah.
There was the dude. How much Utah basketball did you watch, Jordan? So do you remember?
Not as much as the NBA, but like a fair amount, I think.
Okay, so when Andrew Bogut left and went to the NBA, first round draft pick, there was the dude from. It was either Iceland or it was from Austria. He was really tall, blonde
this
dude,
guy?
and he was really goofy looking. Not to be rude, but he was really fucking ugly looking dude. And do you remember who that guy at all? He played 3 years and he would just dominate, but he never went to the pros.
What years?
This would have been, well, shit. Andrew Bogut's been out of college since like what 2000.
It was after him.
It was the year after him they went and got this guy.
I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I might recognize him if I saw a picture.
I think he was from Austria.
This is how.
Oh, this
How much?
season? Or last season?
I think so. Yeah. This is how much he doesn't need to. Doesn't want to come back. He scored 73 points this game.
Jeez.
Yikes!
The floater.
I wonder how much money he makes.
I'm not sure.
Enough to not want to come back, obviously. But
He plays for the Sharks. It's Yao Ming's team.
oh, okay.
Salary. 1.3 million. So not even that. Like it's good, but obviously
That's
a shit ton of money. But he's like, huh. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, 6'2". At least it says 6'2". Usually it's a couple inches shorter, but
oh, he's not really that short.
yeah. So he's probably around 6 foot. Because I saw one of them that said he was like 3 inches taller. I was like, no, he's not. I saw him. Wow,
I don't know how to look at previous rosters.
So I'm gonna just pull Jesus for a sec while I.
Jesus, the boy.
This is cool. Where'd you get this?
My mom got it for me somewhere.
Nevada.
Oh, yep, that's where.
Man, I want a motorcycle.
Me too.
Me 3.
I would think about getting Harley, like basic, but that's the thing though. They don't necessarily make starter bikes. I was thinking about a Honda Shadow.
Yeah. Well, everything that I've read, everyone that I've talked to who
Indian
rides,
Scout.
they
That'd be more expensive though.
they always say, like, if it's a difference between like, if it's a gap less than $2,000, always get the bigger, nicer bike
Mm-hmm.
because you're not gonna get bored on it.
Mm.
Because like everyone I've talked to locally who got like their first bike, they say after like 5-6 months of learning how to ride, they're like, it's great and all, but now I'm stuck with a bike that I'm really want more power with. So they're kind of like, wish they would have just spent the money and got the nice bike.
Mm.
Have you ever seen
No, shut up.
this guy? His name was Escalade. He played for the. Do you remember the And One teams?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Escalade.
Street ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died. Which is sad,
Oh.
but
R.I.P. before it went out.
he was a big boy that could fucking ball.
Dead
Went after the
homies.
dead homie.
Just pour 'em out. Everyone's dying lately.
Right? Escalade. It should be. It's a little delayed now.
Dude, I love the street leagues.
Actually, I'm gonna pause and play this stream again real quick so it catches up closer to. So when we talk about it, it's a little.
Ooh.
But alright, should be pretty close on that. Yeah, but homeboy could ball.
Yeah, he could.
Frank, I might be getting a motorcycle. Like, you know, it's more of a fantasy, to be honest with you. But at the same time, it's like, it's something that could actually happen once I get my credit right.
Homeboy Duncan.
Not to mention, Nessa's... Who's that?
His name's Escalade.
He was a big boy.
I don't think I ever saw this guy play, but he passed away.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Rest in peace. Just nice with it.
Dude,
Yeah.
just
Had the
real
touch.
nice with it.
Boom!
Gee, she could get up.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Could you imagine having that guy? You're like, go stand on the fucking hoop.
Yeah, how do you guard that guy?
Right? He just bullies you.
This man's 6'8", like 480 pounds, and he just dunked on me. What do I do? Go home and rethink how I play basketball.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get a motorcycle. Salty. Yeah, Vanessa's cousin. You know Jason Clark?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
He did like Adrenaline Moto.
That sounds familiar.
I think he's like opening up a new motorcycle shop. He's a pilot. He does like Bountiful Flight.
That's
He
awesome.
runs like a Bountiful Flight school. You know, just adrenaline dude. But anyways, I'd probably go through him. I bet he could get me a deal on something. I might
That'd be
ask.
rad.
Yeah. Is it hard to get your license?
No, it's probably not. You just have to get your learner's permit. It just all you have to do is go take a test, and then you have to have your learner. Kind of like a car, you have to have it
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time.
Is
You
there
just-
like a actual test?
Yeah, you have
on-
to do. You can just go get like. There's places that do courses. You just have to
Yeah.
like have your learner's permit for so many times, and then you just go drive a course like one day.
Well,
Cool.
and what you can do too, which is probably what I'm going to do,
Yeah.
is Harley Davidson does it. It's a sponsored thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a 3 or 4 day course where they basically, like from the start, like if you don't know a single thing about motorcycles, they'll show you everything, and
Awesome.
then you take your test, you get your license,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a certificate from them, and you can use that certificate to your insurance and get lower insurance on your motorcycle.
Another cool thing.
Nice.
So you get cheaper insurance on top of all of it.
Wow.
I wish I would
I
have
might
done.
go through that. Let me know if you do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
another
want-
thing I wish I would have done similar to that. It was at Slick. They had a motorcycle class. My
Yeah.
uncle did it, and then like they let you ride like any motorcycles, so you can decide what you want, and then at the end of the class, you get you have your motorcycle license.
Yeah.
So
I think they do that too at the Harley Davidson one where they'll have.
yeah, I
like,
was gonna
a bunch
say.
of
I think
bikes
it's like
and-
the same thing. but
Yeah.
Just like if you have financial aid, you could potentially go ride a bunch of motorcycles, get
Yeah.
school credit, and a motorcycle license.
That's my favorite thing about college is like how many just dumb fucking classes
Yeah,
there are, but they're
dude.
so cool.
I can't remember if it was
It's-
Joel or Aaron. I
it's
think
not
one
like
of them
a
was
career
taken.
thing, but it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know.
That's
It's
dope
one of
though,
those
yeah.
badass classes.
I
Yeah,
remember-
there's a whole bunch.
Yeah. Remember when my dad was younger, he took a golf class because I don't know if I've talked about this much, but my dad used to be like almost pro circuit golfer level.
No
That's
way.
Like
dope.
he used to be a baller,
I had no idea.
and he took a class at Slick that was golf, and he's all like, I got 4 credit hours, and all we did was went to the driving range every single day. And he's like, we just golfed every single day on their tab, and he's like, the best class I ever took. And I was like, oh.
Dude, basketball class was the best class I ever took.
Yeah.
I did 2 semesters in a row. Just pickup games every day.
Yeah.
Switch like tournaments and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
It was fun.
I was bummed out because there was a kickboxing class at the South City campus I took.
Mhm. No.
Not what I thought it was. Like, cause like when you think
Yeah.
kickboxing class, you're like, oh, we're actually gonna learn like kickboxing. Cause like the
Yeah.
dude at the Taylorsville campus who teaches kung fu and he does 2 other martial arts. They're like the legit things. Like you can get belts from them and stuff if you really go hard. The
That's so
kickboxing
dope.
class was just cardio kickboxing.
Damn.
And cardio kickboxing consists a lot of me sitting in like a sumo stance going, hey, like it was really
Oh.
lame. Like
Next semester, I'm taking, and you guys are coming with me. I'm taking a kung fu class and a motorcycle
Dude, the
class.
concert class.
Like, what are you doing in
That's my
college?
degree.
Driving motorcycles, learning kung fu.
I'm majoring in kung fu and getting my minor in motorcycles.
That'd be so cool. Oh, you go to college? What's your major and minor? You're like, kung fu, motorcycles.
The University of Utah had a wine tasting class or something with wine.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the classes, man.
I mean, if you're
It
a
gets
rich
even-
person, why not? Like, your parents are paying for college.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's learn about some wine.
Let's go
Those-
become cultured.
Those wild, crazy classes are even more accessible. Like once you get to a university.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I don't know. Maybe the community college has like those niche classes, but I've just heard of like some really just out there classes.
Oh, yeah.
Friend did backcountry snowboarding. Like, would go up with a split board,
Some dude.
just hike and.
It's probably just like dudes that want to be a professor, so they just go like pitch it to the college. Like,
Honestly.
do you know what course you need?
Right.
How about
He has a nice
pantsless
graph.
fly fishing?
Right.
As you can see from my graph here.
Yeah.
It just says good classes, my ideas, and the graph is going up.
So
Well, your numbers look great.
Yeah. Can't beat that graph. Wing Chun beats Kung Fu every day of the week. Yeah, but Wing Chun also fucks up your elbows.
How
I don't
about
even know what that is.
wing chug? It's where you eat wings and chug beer.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a class?
I don't know,
We
but
could be the professors.
if that's a thing, I'm going back to school.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
let's go. Let's
oh.
go pitch it.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, wait.
Here's our graph. If you look at the wings and if you look at the chugging, it's all up.
What do college students fucking love? And then wings and beer. They're like,
See, we're making jokes about this, but hold on here a hot second. We could totally go teach a beer brewing class because there's not one at Slick.
damn.
I don't know the
anything
first thing about
beer.
it,
Yeah.
but I can watch a lot of YouTube tutorials.
If you look at our hops,
You're in the
our
class
hops
teaching.
are
you
going
just
up.
fucked up.
The only thing I know about making beer is hops.
Yeah.
I would just come with a graph that says hops and it would go up.
Just like,
As we cook the hops,
I'm just,
they go up.
I'm just
Look
like,
at the
We need some.
look at the line.
we
Look at
need
the direction it's
some
going.
wheat.
I'm
That's
just
where we'll take you.
fucked up. Beer. You like it, I like it. That's why we're all here. And then now we're gonna watch YouTube
It would
videos.
be like, I imagine it would go something like kitten mittens.
Yeah.
And then you get signed.
Yeah.
You're just in
That
class,
actually
like
worked out.
Yeah.
just teaching the class.
Crow milk.
Crow.
The only thing we're brewing is this beer in this
Crow
cup.
milk.
Oh yeah. And then the wine in a can.
Wine in a can.
They do have that now.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. They stole it from my boy Charlie. But I don't know who did it, but
Wine in a can. Dude, is Always Sunny just the best show?
It's one of the
West, I
best.
sent you something on a motorcycle I saw today. All right, let me open you up, boy.
Hops.
come in with a picture
Dude.
of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh and point it
Salty
that's hot.
has just references, entendres, and puns for days.
He does.
The connections are real.
You're right. What the hell? Tell Jordan not to be this guy and get one so you can see over the handlebars. Look how ridiculous that guy looks. He can barely see over it.
No, dude, those things just bug me. They look ugly to me. I don't know. However, I would easily drive one though, just to have a motorcycle. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm torn because like I like a lot of really like
I got pee.
the
Okay.
unique and what's the word? God, I can't talk tonight.
Like custom choppers?
Yeah, like the unique and customized choppers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look cool,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them like they can't be fun to ride. Like ones where you're like literally leaned back and the handlebars are up like this. Like that doesn't look fun to drive.
No.
Your arms
It
are gonna
looks-
go to sleep.
When I see someone doing that, I'm like,
Have you ever tried to
are
hold
you having fun?
Have you ever tried to hold your arms just up for like 20 plus minutes? It's a lot harder than it seems.
road trips?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah. Like I feel like those bikes are only meant to like drive around your city
Yeah.
and take them to shows.
That's true.
Like
Okay, I can
like-
see that more.
yeah, cuz yeah, rat bikes exactly. Cuz I just like I've seen some dudes on the freeways around here like driving those motorcycles. I'm like that can't be a fun ride.
Right? I just never really liked the look. Not to mention, yeah, it doesn't look comfortable.
No.
Can we Google a Honda Shadow?
Yeah.
You've probably seen them. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I've rode a Honda Shadow.
No, you rode
once,
them.
Yeah.
I didn't know
just
you had.
once.
Oh, were you just
Friends.
okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Rad. How was it?
It rides good. It was nice.
Sick.
It was like a 650 or something like that. So it was kind of smaller, but felt good.
Nice.
James had a thing about Honda Shadows.
Who's that?
Of course.
James. Who's that? I'm sorry. James, love you.
But
James had a thing about it.
yeah,
Should we not go there?
it's just because they're like non-American.
Oh, he didn't like them.
And
Yeah, I
gotcha.
don't like 'em.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, and I look at the Honda Shadows the same way. I think Honda Shadows are a good starter bike
Yeah,
for
me
people.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know, if I dump, because everyone says you'll always dump a motorcycle at least once. It will happen. It's like just unavoidable. Like
Mm-hmm.
random shit will happen. I'd be much happier if I dumped a Honda Shadow compared to, you know, a $6,000 plus Harley. You know.
Yeah.
It's much easier. Like,
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know. It's like I trust the reliability of Honda. You know,
and you can find parts
and it's
everywhere.
way less expensive.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So
I don't think
this is what I'm thinking of.
I don't think they're bad bikes.
No, they're definitely not. But it just
You
if you're an
Indian
American
Scout.
motorcycle guy,
yeah.
Indian Scout is like my,
It's-
would be that
like
one I want, but
the Hells Angels and stuff won't let you. Just like Sons of Anarchy, American only motorcycles.
Right.
But there was one, I can't remember what it was called. It's a Yamaha something, but I don't fucking remember what. And they were dope. Let's see. We'll just do blackout motorcycle.
yeah, this one looks more realistic. But Indian Scout would be like
That's not
the bike
Yeah.
if I got it approved somehow.
Right.
Whatever this one.
Maybe
is.
I'll try that first and then go back with the Shadow. Be like, okay, guys, I know that one's a lot.
My bad.
This
I
is
don't
the
know what it's
real
called,
one.
but those are dope.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeesh.
The Indian what?
Indian Scout.
You go into your bank and you're like, guys, just check this, see if it's gonna work, and
Oh yeah.
they come
I
back
would
and
go-
like say no. You're like, all right, well,
I like these classic looking ones.
Coworker of mine said go and get rates from one, and then go to another and say they offer me these
Yeah,
rates. You know,
absolutely.
yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Yeah, those ones. I like the classic looking ones. They're
Me
dope.
too. Yeah, blacked out Indian.
Ooh, that's fucking
Maybe
dope.
the leather seats though, like that, like top left one.
Yeah,
I think that looks sick.
but I'll show you. Bam! Get that one.
Woo!
So dope.
that's sick with the red.
Woo!
Can we get some fat boys on here? Because those are the shit.
That's a little bit of this, but
It's not bad.
it's not bad. No, and you
think
could
you'd
probably
still be
get
comfortable.
custom handlebars too.
Oh, definitely. Don't do it to me.
It's just a bunch of like love sex. Ooh, that Harley's fucking dope. Yeah, I think sweet.
One big
I'll have
tire
to-
boy.
There was a Harley, my friend, you know Colby Pappenfuss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said Parker Rose. I don't know if you guys knew him. He's older than us. Like
Yeah,
a
I
year
know
or
who
two.
that is.
He said he was like selling a Harley or something for $4,000. He tried to sell me a snowboard jacket once though, and it was way too much. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
The things with Harleys is they're like, there's only like, excuse me, lost my voice there. There's only like
Okay.
3 or 4 cars that retain value, like in the whole entire world,
Mm-hmm.
and Harleys are one of them. I know it's not a car, but it's still a vehicle.
Yeah, vehicle.
Because like, I scan like all the local stuff and motorcycles and stuff, and like, there's still like 92 Harleys that go for
Yeah.
7-8 grand. You know, like they just retain their value.
Wow.
I want a
See, that makes me want a
Cafe
Harley.
Harley Sportster like this.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's different.
I like
like
the look
it.
of that. I don't think I could ride that because, like, I don't think I'd be comfortable on it.
I don't know if I would be either. To be honest, I feel like I would be too much like.
I think being a bigger human, I need something that's not tight, if that makes sense. Just make sure you get a leather jacket for riding a bike and a leather wallet. They aren't stylish choices. They are for when you have to lay the bike down and fall off. You slide on the wallet in your back pocket. Leather jacket is the same. Yeah, like people make fun of people who wear leather stuff like Harley dudes, but it's actually for a purpose. Like, you know,
get one from the DI.
You don't fry your skin.
Yeah.
What's your guys' honest opinions here? It's not illegal, or it's legal in Utah that you don't have to wear a helmet.
It's legal or illegal?
Legal. You don't have to wear a helmet if you don't want to here in Utah.
That's so weird because it's a law that if you go kayaking or anything like that, you have to have a life jacket.
Yeah.
So they're like, you can hit your head, but you don't fucking...
Right.
You don't drown.
So, do you guys wear a helmet?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to either.
One, but
I wouldn't wear like a full face one, like a crotch rocket helmet.
No.
I'd probably just get like a brain bucket or something.
I don't think it should be a law, because I think people should have, you know, the freedom to choose if they wear one or not. Like, I just started wearing a helmet skateboarding, and I probably would have saved myself a lot of injuries if I would have worn one earlier.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's more just like you're accountable for that. The law shouldn't have jurisdiction over it.
I'm torn on it though, because I feel like it should be a law, because I feel like in reality the only people who aren't doing it are just doing it because appearance wise.
Yeah, but hey, thanks for the follow.
Just kidding.
But
well, no, I agree. It is natural selection, but it seems like flicker. I like that.
No, I shouldn't say that, because, like, you know, I would want to like, ride without a helmet, but, like, I don't know. I would try to make it like a habit. Like, anytime I go on the motorcycle, like, I have to have my helmet with me.
Yeah. Well, we lost someone. It was the end of last year. You remember Peter Howie?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Like, I think any helmet
He's a joyful human, man.
I was gonna say, I don't think any helmet I wore would be a helmet that would save me, because he was wearing a helmet.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, and
it's sad, yeah.
I don't know if you knew about this. Clinton, he used to ride. He had a Harley.
Yeah.
And he didn't wear a helmet. And I might be misquoting him, so sorry, Clinton, if you ever watch this for some reason. But I'm trying to remember what you said, but. He never got his motorcycle license because he said that they were pointless. And he rode for like 2 years and never had any trouble. But I don't think he wore a helmet either. And it's the same reason why he normally doesn't wear seatbelts. Is because he's like, well, if I get in a car crash that's that lethal, I don't want to be a vegetable. I'd rather just be dead.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like...
But the thing with motorcycles though is a small accident.
It's a big accident.
It was when you want the helmets.
Yeah.
For like, because I've known people, like I've heard stories like people barely getting rear-ended because someone accidentally let go of the gas intersection and it fucks them up. Like,
yeah.
So that's when you want the helmet.
Jeez. Go figure. I guess that makes sense, because if you're going faster, you're gonna go
over your handlebars.
Yeah, you're gonna go out more than you'll go down. Like at a slower speed, it seems like you would slam harder. I don't know though.
10 hours of oddly satisfying videos. We're just gonna play in the background for now.
Alright.
But yeah, there was a bunch of people because of those ones that, like, you know, the smaller motorcycle helmets like Price and I'd wear, that when they were getting in big enough wrecks, it was like cutting off the top of their head. I was like,
no.
But like I said, I don't know. If you're gonna, no matter what in that situation, you're dead. So might as well have a helmet for other situations.
Yeah, it's like, if that is the thing that hurts you permanently or makes you die, why not?
Yeah.
Saves you from dying. Is that
You don't want to be that guy, like, especially if you love to ride motorcycles. You don't. I mean, I get like dying doing something you love. But yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You know, you want to live on. You want to be that grandpa on the motorcycle.
Well, and you don't want to be the guy either that they're like, oh fuck, if he would have just been wearing his helmet, he wouldn't have died.
Yeah,
you know?
There's that too. Yeah, like
that would
all
suck.
the people who look up to you as if you were just that rider. that local rider who everyone's like, hey.
Because you see that story, you read those stories all the time. What is that?
Those are those cool beer cups. You just stick it on and it fills it up.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, I want one.
You know, you always hear those stories of like, dude passes away motorcycle riding. If he would have worn his helmet, he wouldn't have died. You know, so that's why most states it is required that you have to wear a helmet. So I don't know why Utah, being a state that you would think would have that, one doesn't.
Because only devil worshippers ride motorcycles.
Right. The actual people running the government here want all the motorcycle riders to die.
They're like, fuck you, bitch. Get.
You guys just said a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of things.
My uncle is at least 80 and still rides his Harley because he's safe with it. Yeah. See, like everyone says, though,
respectable. You
don't have to worry about yourself.
I hope that's
me.
me.
About other people.
I hope that's me when I'm 80.
Yeah.
I saw a video today. I shared it on Facebook. It was this guy playing he just walks into a guitar store, picks up an electric guitar, sickest guitar solo. 81 years old. Like, you would have thought he was
I
just
think I saw
taking
that.
his dog for a walk, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I hope I have that. I hope I can ride a motorcycle. Hope I have my thing like that.
Right.
When I'm that old.
Yeah. It's...
Well, and thankfully, science is getting to the point now where a lot of the stuff that, you know, people who are 80 plus now are worrying about, we're probably not going to have to worry about. Because they just found a way to break down Alzheimer proteins in the head. So Alzheimer's might be something, you know, a thing of the past.
When did you hear about this?
Recently. It's actually has to do with marijuana. They say
I wouldn't be surprised.
They say that certain cannabis oils can break down Alzheimer protein in the brain to help relieve it.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Now, it's one of those things, like me and Forrest always talk about this, where a lot of people who are so pro marijuana, they think that it, like, kills and gets rid of, like, you know, cancer cells or something like that. It doesn't. It relieves it.
It's more of a treatment.
Yeah, it's a treatment.
Yeah, it's not a cure, it's a treatment.
So I think that's the same thing. Yeah. I think that's the same thing with the Alzheimer thing, is it's not like a cure necessarily, but it's something to help relieve it. And you're seeing it with the seizures and, you know, Parkinson's and stuff like that too. Like, you know, they'll be having a full-on blown seizure and they'll come up and do, you know, CBD paste or whatever, and it stops it. So
I've seen that. Yeah.
Stuff like that's gonna be a thing of the past.
Yeah, I mean, that speaks for itself. And just, I mean, I worry about the backlash, you know, because, like, you look at history and, like, we come out with this great medicine, 20 years later you learn there's this side effect down the road. Of course. I worry about the backlash, but, like, the progress has been constant, I think, as far as we know, you know. Right.
The only thing that I hope that's different, that there won't be much backlash, is the fact that since we have so many ways to check and test things that we did. Because, like, what year was it when you were told to smoke cigarettes to help with shit? And then, like, 10 years later, like, oh, cigarettes cause all the bad
best
things.
diet supplement.
Yeah, the best diet supplement. It helped cure all these things. Like, alcohol used to be the same thing, and they just, I think it was because they didn't have what we have now where we could test all this shit.
And the companies were paying for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, exactly how alcohol companies are now.
Yeah.
That, for some reason, the only people that can transport marijuana are alcohol companies.
Yeah.
It's just so they didn't lose out on fucking money. So
we need to do something here in Utah about the pharmaceutical problem, though.
Yeah. You know, they sell CBD oil in Salt Lake City.
That'll do something about it.
They do.
Yeah. I want to get some.
But people, I think, not to point fingers, but I'm going to, I think that a lot of the LDS community is still afraid of marijuana, just like
because
a lot
it's
of people
like they like
it's
a
drug.
drug.
It's a stigma.
Yeah. Just like 45-year-old plus people are still, like, my parents still, like, me and Forrest were talking about, like, my parents, they're better now, but they had that whole idea of the marijuana was like, what was it called in, like, the 80s, the weed craze or whatever, that we'd make you go crazy and it was bad for you. Like,
yo, can I drop some knowledge real quick, guys?
Yeah, drop that knowledge.
I'm just kidding. That sounds so obnoxious. I'm not gonna do it. But no. What I wanted to say was, like, whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in marijuana or not, put whatever idea you have in your head about it, clear the fuck out of here and realize you know nothing, and look at what's actually happening.
Right. Look at the science.
People get caught up in their preconceived notions, their own opinions influenced by whatever, and don't look like. an LDS member might, or someone who's against marijuana might look and say like, oh, no, this isn't happening. Is it actually helping someone?
Yeah.
And then there's probably the opposite side of that. Someone who's all marijuana. Like you were saying, it helps everything. It helps everything. It's a cure. Like, look at what's actually happening.
That's true.
It's not a cure for everything.
Well, and I think a lot of people...
it's not for everyone.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I think people, too, who are super pro-marijuana need to start realizing that marijuana affects people differently. Because, like, for example, Forrest is not a fan of it because he gets sick. It fucks him up, but not in a good way. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's...
You don't...
I get wild, baby.
Yeah. So, like, it's weird. I think people, too, associate marijuana smokers with being lazy and unproductive. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that needs to be thrown away, too, because most your CEOs, most your, actors and actresses, most your musicians, they all puff in the cabbage.
Hey, I agree,
not
go Eagles.
Not necessarily. I mean...
No, not necessarily, but a lot of them are.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Are we going to say that all the ones who do are lazy and the ones who don't are better CEOs or actors, actresses?
I mean, I like the comparison Joe Rogan made, like, and now it doesn't even sound relevant because there is, like, some medical breakthroughs with it. But he says it's like, if you smoke and it's affected, because it does affect your health if you smoke it, people should know. We'll get back to that. Okay. People should know that, there's healthier ways to consume it. Mm-hmm. Oh, geez, I forgot where I was going. That Donovan
Joe
Mitchell
Rogan's
comment.
comparison.
Okay, it's like eating a cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone who's against marijuana looks at it like that, I think it helps them understand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and then what bothers me the most is if a state doesn't want to make it locally accessible, what's the word? Recreational.
Yeah.
I understand that. I kind of do. Because, like, whatever. People have their weird things with it. Mm-hmm. Maybe they don't want their kids to be around it. Whatever.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I disagree with it, but I can see the point.
Right.
Not having it be medical, come on.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck?
That's ignorant.
Like, that it is.
If it's treatment, if it improves someone's life, if it makes someone's life better, you're letting your beliefs in your head get in the way of what's actually helping people. I mean, which is stupid.
There's these people, like, even kids who are on their deathbed who don't have long to live, and if they had the use of some sort of... I hate saying marijuana, too, or pot or weed, because that's what people, like, associate being the bad stuff. If they had some sort of cannabis stuff to use to relieve the pain, just so their last days on Earth aren't so miserable, you're gonna deny that?
Let them get high as shit. Let them have some fucking relief, for God's sake.
If I had a time machine, I would go back to my uncle on his deathbed and smoke with him.
Right.
All strains, or not smoke with him, but
give him something.
Give him something. Yeah. Or just him. Like, I can be sober, but just like, see if it's CBD, if it's like a certain strain, like whatever is the healthiest way for him to consume that. Like,
and people need to realize too that I think there is a lot of people who don't realize this, that there's multiple ways to intake cannabis. That it's not. I'm not out here just smoking fat doinks.
I'm shooting it up. I'm booty bumping it.
Right.
And I think it should be clear, none of us are stoners. This isn't that pro marijuana.
Absolutely not.
We're not.
I say don't smoke weed. It's the devil.
Yeah, Forrest says it's the devil.
Devil's lettuce. This isn't Snoop Dogg's GNN.
Right. I will smoke on very rare occasions if I'm with certain people. Yeah. But I am not a daily user. I don't need to.
Me neither. Yeah.
Just get drunk and drive your car. I'm just
God damn it.
No, don't do that. I'm just joking. It's way more legal than marijuana.
Right.
You can get a whole bunch of them. DUIs, that is.
The accessibility of that is
weird.
Can we address that first?
That I can go buy alcohol at the liquor store and die tonight? Well, I guess not right now. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chance of death skyrockets compared to marijuana.
If you don't pass out, you can drink yourself to death consuming too much alcohol.
Yeah.
But I can't smoke myself to death.
No.
Oh, but you can feel it.
And you can,
I can feel like I'm dying.
You can destroy your life. Like, you can put yourself... Look, okay, I don't want to be that guy, because I drink and stuff. I'm just trying to compare, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
like, you can put yourself in that situation that destroys your life.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one night, you know? DUIs, kill someone, etc., etc.
I know this all too well. I have a family member right now that is 110% an alcoholic, and it's really sad because, like, everyone loves him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's gotten, like, his liver removed, different things like that, but, like, the only person who can change is him.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we're all just kind of waiting for that phone call. Like, oh, guess what? He didn't wake up today. His alcoholism got him. Like, it sucks, but
yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
I think marijuana, though, I know it's non-addicting.
Thanks, Salty. I was going to do that.
I know it's non-addicting, and it's not habit-forming, but I think it does create habits for people.
Yeah, I think it is addictive and habit forming.
I personally do,
depending
too.
on the person.
Yeah. I think it's person to person. Science says it's not, which I think is weird, because I think they should say the opposite, because I know people who... they're two different people. Like, you can tell when someone hasn't smoked that day and when they haven't, just because of how they act. And it's weird.
God damn, love the sauce.
Purge not banned. I got alcoholism running in my family, so I got to watch out for me. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like, you got to watch out too with your family genes, because
it's true. That plays a big part. My,
so
my
I got good ones. I can hella drink.
Yeah, it runs in my family as well.
Yeah,
So it's something to look out for.
definitely. Is.
And it's a hole they got out of, but it's something they went through for like 15, 20 years. And, it, you know, where it was a problem, not where it was like a rare thing or a casual thing. Yeah. Occasional, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, live your life. If you want to drink every day, drink every day. That's not what I'm saying.
I agree.
I'm saying...
I was watching the satisfying video.
I was wondering what you were doing. I'm like, what are you...
I could just see it on my screen.
You're just like slowly getting pulled in.
Yeah,
Dude, that was,
sucked into that pizza cheese.
No, just be mindful of your health, and you know, just remember like what you do isn't just you. Like you're affecting others.
I got a controversial... that's a word I can't really say.
Controversial?
Yeah. This is going to trigger a lot of people. I'm not trying to trigger people.
He thinks it's okay to get drunk and fuck trannies.
I mean,
No, continue.
there's not a
Sonny,
dick there if I
that
don't
Mac?
see it.
Mac and
Yeah.
Sonny. Soon.
Is addiction a disease? Or is it something that you create yourself by doing these habits that you start?
Oh, it's a tough one. Because definitely there's more people that are predispositioned to addiction.
Right.
But
And-
I don't know.
Because when I see the arguments online, I see the people who say it's a disease are or previously were addicted to something.
Yeah.
And the ones who say no are the ones who've never been addicted to something.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that's tough. Because for me, like, anything, you know, I was like, if you want to stop it, you can stop it. Like, smoking, like, I don't know. I fucking love booze, but if I had to stop drinking booze, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know.
It's hard to know.
Booze is different, though. Not really a disease, but it's only one you can die from, so.
I'd be interested to look at like what studies have been done, like focusing just on addiction.
Right.
Because that's a topic that
It's tough because is there actually... Because
Depends, yeah. You have to know what you classify as a disease.
Right.
Like, what's the definition? Let's look it up.
And then, I mean, that could, well, I was gonna say like that. You could also say is the same for like depression, anxiety. Is it something you create yourself? Is it something that comes from the experiences that have happened to you?
Right.
Or
is it something that you're
that you're wired with?
Right.
Like something that you need to treat, you know?
And maybe for both those conversations,
Yeah.
maybe it's both.
Yeah, and I would say that that's
You know.
my thoughts on it.
Right, because
Yeah.
especially with anxiety and depression, I've met people who I think are just born with it.
Yeah.
It's something that they're, like you said, they're wired with, and they just,
Right.
they can't help by themselves. But I think there's also people who do that to themselves.
Yeah, it's like you lose a close member in your family. You know, have a traumatic event in your life, whatever it is, like you're going to go through that. You know, it's sad. Like I don't even want to talk about it.
Right.
But it's like what I'm getting at is like those external things, like you were saying, can affect it just as much as the internal things.
Absolutely.
That's my argument.
Right.
This second, the first
Same
one.
with the addiction as well.
Yeah, the definition for disease on Google. The second one's a little loose, though. A particular quality or a habit or a disposition regarded as adversely affecting a person or group of people. So they consider a habit is disease. So the definition of disease it would be, but yeah. Because the first one is a disorder of structure or function in human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces specific signs or symptoms that affects a specific location. It's not simply a direct result of physical injury. So
here, I'll give you an example of where I'm curious where you guys sit on it. Let's say it is a heroin or a meth addict. Is that addiction a disease that
no.
they can't beat, or is it self-causing?
I was gonna
Well,
say
it
I
can
think
also-
that a disease for me would be something that you have zero control over, but like I don't know.
Because isn't it the drug itself that causes the addiction?
Not all of them, because they're finding out that cigarettes are actually more addictive than heroin. Cocaine's I think the most addictive.
Right.
So I don't know. I can't remember. I could be wrong. Let me look it up.
But regardless of what it is
Yeah.
it, are those things considered, being addicted to those things, do you consider that being a disease because addiction's possibly a disease? Or is it because you made a poor decision
Right.
and intake something into your body that is addicting?
I mean, it could be, a self-inflicted disease as well.
Right.
Like, you wire your brain that way once you make that choice.
Because that's the one that I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm just trying to get more information on it. It's just hard because the only people's opinions I get are ones that were previous
never mind.
addicts who say it is, ones who are not say it's
I was
not.
wrong. Heroin is the number one most addictive. Number 2, cocaine. Number 3, nicotine.
Right.
And then methadone. Which is so funny that they put you on methadone to get off heroin.
Right.
They're like, hey, let's take this
fix
drug.
this.
This drug's a little less addictive, so let's give you this one instead. This one's illegal.
Let's see. Salty says, Forrest, you couldn't stop drinking for a month. Also, was the shortest month of the year. Kappa.
Hey,
Rip.
I wouldn't say I couldn't. I said I wouldn't.
Mental health issues are like STDs. You contract them easier by being around people with them. That is a good fucking point, because I really think that I've been talking about this and forming this opinion in my head that I'm trying to vocalize better, that Facebook and social medias are causing more people to have depression, anxiety, because all they read all day are people, talking about it. Does that make sense?
Say that again? I'm sorry.
So I think that a lot of social medias are causing more people to have anxiety and depression, because so many people sit there and talk about it, and it becomes relatable to them. So then they think they have it. And then when there is a thing called the labeling theory, and that it goes into, it's a sociology, one of the main parts of sociology, that if you tell yourself, or more people tell you that you are something, even if you aren't, sooner or later you will become that thing.
Interesting.
So like if you take like a 5-year-old, let's say a 5-year-old steals a piece of candy at Walmart, and then for the next 10 years everyone's like calls him a thief.
Yeah.
He's gonna become a thief because he doesn't know any better.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. What did you say that was called?
Labeling theory?
The labeling theory.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of, and I'm sure you guys have, everyone's heard of the placebo effect.
Right.
It's like that's more self,
Mm-hmm.
like you tell yourself that I am a thief,
Right.
you become a thief. But like coming from the outside, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how that plays a part in addiction.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm thinking with a lot of the social media stuff is if you can, let's say you see a lot of people online that you can relate to, and they talk so much about having anxiety and depression, do you think your brain will start thinking, oh, well, this person who I can relate to a lot has it, then I must also have it? Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, can you say it again? I was reading Salty.
Oh, you're good. So, like,
comment.
let's say you're online and there's a lot of people you follow who talk that you can relate to.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot about having anxiety and depression.
Mm-hmm.
And then you yourself starts thinking, oh, well, if I can relate so much to these people,
Right.
maybe I also have anxiety
Okay.
and depression.
So that would be both, like the labeling
Yeah.
and placebo. Like they're saying these things, why they might even say, like, you might have this, like, I know you've been in this low spot or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I can, so I could see how how that could label someone.
Right.
And then, you yourself believing that is...
I call
Yeah.
it the Tumblr effect.
I would say some's caused from that because, like, the human mind is impressionable. Like,
Very.
it's like a sponge. Like,
Yeah.
monkey see, monkey do. Whether we want to believe it or not, at one moment we were clueless and we were just learning from body language and whatever
I think
information made it to our brains.
it's just coded.
Yeah.
And I think that you can definitely, like, if Forrest came in every single day and talked about how much he was depressed, I'd be like, well, fuck.
Maybe
I do a lot of the same stuff as Forrest all the time, and we have a lot of the similar hobbies, and we enjoy the same things. Fuck, maybe I'm depressed.
Right.
It's like...
So I think what Salty said about the, mental health issues are like STDs. You can track them easier by being around people with them. So I think it's the same thing. If you're grouped with a bunch of depressed people, you're going to become depressed.
yeah,
if you're
for
grouped
sure.
with a bunch of hardcore druggies, you're going to become a hardcore druggie.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's...
You're like the 5 people you're around. Like,
right. Exactly.
Unless you're like on a mission, like it's you're
unless there's
you're
always
defiant. If you're defiant, that's different. Like if you're going in specifically to be defiant.
Right. There's always the outlier.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like whoever you're around, that's who you are.
Mm-hmm,
like even if you do go in with that intention to go against whatever addiction it is, like you're gonna fall into their coping methods, their it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what
That's
you
just
mean.
my 2 cents on it.
Absolutely. Because, yeah, definitely. I agree.
Who you put yourself around.
Disease doesn't have anything to do with choice or not. This coming from a person who has a disease that had no choice in, I fully believe addiction is a disease, even if self-inflicted at first, but it causes a chemical reaction for the craving. I call that Yeah, it is. Disease and addiction are interesting things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough scientific research either to give I don't think there's a concrete answer yet.
I mean, there's so many drug studies, but one focused on addiction. That's what I'd be interested in.
I'm sure there's a bunch out there. I guess I just need to do a little bit more. Scientific. I just struggle reading scientific journals and scientific papers.
Yeah.
Because there's so many words that I'm like,
It's
that has 14 letters in it.
Yeah, you're going to the dictionary every other sentence. Yeah, I'm on the same page. With what Salty said, that's hard to dispute,
Yeah.
we are the way we are. You can't deny that some people are just born with whatever it is they have, and then that's where you get into what's the best treatment for that, obviously. Yeah. Or
Have you guys ever
quote
been-
unquote cure.
Would you guys ever consider yourselves being addicted to something? Whether it's positive or negative?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely was.
I beat my meat way too much.
I have a sexual addiction. I think we all do.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I think it's a taboo. No one likes to talk about it, but I think as humans we all have
Is that-
deep desire for sex.
Is that an addiction or is that just human nature?
I don't know. It's biological for sure.
Because I feel the same way.
It's primitive.
If I could be at home fucking right now, I'd probably be doing that instead of podcasting. I think that might be human nature though.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like when people say they have sexual addictions, I'm like, okay, well, let's talk. How much do you fuck? Is it because you're a good-looking person so you can fuck a lot?
That's the thing. I hate when people say, like, I'm a sex addict, and then it's like you hear stories like true sex addict, like, I fucked, like, they'll fuck anything, like, a dude, shit, like,
true sex addicts are,
they don't care what you
they'll
look
put
like.
They'll take anything or put anything into anything, like.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah.
Like, I think if you're having sex with, like, 7 different people a week, you might be addicted.
Yeah.
But if you're just having sex 7 times a week, that's not addiction.
Right. On the jerk off thing though, this video was talking about it today. He's like, I think you should jerk off at least every 3 days. You gotta get them bad semen out of there. He's like,
right.
They're swimming up there with a shitty tail. Then your kid comes out with Down syndrome.
Right.
He's like, you gotta get those old sperms out of there.
You gotta get the
fresh
old ones.
He's like, you jerk off a bunch, then you got the fresh sperms, then you have football player kids.
Right.
Yeah, to be honest, masturbation is especially a taboo, right?
I think it's getting better now.
Even when I
though.
say it, I'm like looking to the camera, I'm like, oh, people are watching me, you know, but it's like...
Not around here.
It's such a...
We talk about beating meat on a daily.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys are, you know, legends in addressing the uncomfortable.
Yeah, the uncomfortableness. We'll make a room go real awkward quick.
Yeah, and you'll just be chilling, which is awesome, because people need to be more open-minded to that.
Absolutely, especially around here.
And it's, you know, like I was saying, like, sex is such a big thing that affects our day-to-day life, but, like, we won't talk about it. And it even goes into, like, sex health, like my girlfriend's big on sex ed, like, she wants, you know, kids to know, and I agree with her, like, there's so many, like, unplanned pregnancies, you know, the list goes on and on, because we're uncomfortable. I would say uncomfortable is a part of it.
Well, and I think parents are definitely uncomfortable with it, especially when your kid's at a young age. But, like, where we went to elementary, there was kids who were, like, 5th and 6th graders getting in trouble for fingering girls. 5th and 6th grade. I did not even have a thought of what a vagina looked like in 5th grade.
Damn, this dude jerked off for almost 10 hours straight.
That just seems unpleasant.
Japanese dude.
Dude, what the? Forrest!
That seems unpleasant.
Too far, man!
It's in the world record book. He was just going at it for 10 hours.
Now, are we talking, like, he's going in for, like, 10 hours? Like, his arms come out?
I'm not going to watch the video, so...
But if he's just, like, slow jerking it for 10 hours, that's not that impressive.
Oh, I thought you were watching the video.
No.
Oh, I was like...
Oh,
dude,
no.
I just had a moment. I was like, Forrest, did you just...
Just like pulls up in the background some dude jerking it for 10
no,
hours.
there was like... Okay, I'm not even gonna... Dude, if you look back at it, though, I'm sure it's just, like, hilarious. I hope you don't see the mental process going through my head.
Damn, I gotta watch that later.
Okay.
What time are we at? 1:47.
But no, yeah, I think that sex ed needs to be taught at a younger age. But then there's always that concern of when you teach something to a kid so young, they're just gonna want to do it. You know? Because that's kind of the risk. But with the internet nowadays, with the internet nowadays,
yo,
you can go
Taylor, or no, that's Curtis, isn't it?
Hey,
thanks for the fucking sub, appreciate it.
The boy, a bird story. Thank you, Curtis.
I saw a bird and I was like, oh. But yeah, dude, thanks for the fucking sub again. You're the shit.
The shit.
Dude, this guy jerked off for 18 feet 9 inches.
What's going on in the background, dudes? We got a big green screen now, so we can do some cool stuff.
I want to get you in the wood shop at Durang.
Oh, don't.
I could use your skill set there.
Oh, I'll hella cut some wood.
I can use your skill set there, dude. Forrest is a carver.
They call me Young Jesus, carpenter of many.
The Forrest will go in there and
dude,
lead
I
the
still
shit
have your
out of
chessboard.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, it was like the best gift. Was it a gift or did I steal it?
I don't know. Either way,
I want to say it was a gift because that'll make my conscience feel better.
Probably, I don't know.
No, I think
it was probably when I gave you that. Remember for your birthday, I just gave you a bag of random shit when it was like an old broken.
No, that wasn't it. No, don't try to. No, it was when. we were in woodshop and I fucked up. I was like, oh, dude,
Oh, no,
I can't make
I
it.
just-
And you're like, oh, you can have mine. And I'm like, dude.
Oh,
It
that's
was,
yeah,
it
sure.
was nice.
Forrest was mass producing them, actually.
Yeah.
He just find out he gave like 55 away.
Yeah,
like,
just-
oh.
The specialty of the moment's gone.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Curtis, are you
No, it
still
was
in
still
town,
pretty
or
cool,
did you
thank you.
finally make it out to St. George? Because if you're still in town, let's come over one of these nights. There's this YouTuber I like called Eat Dat Pussy 445, and he's been in the porn game since 2003. Is that an addiction? I mean, as long as he's safe. But no, what you were going back to, I think that sex ed is important, but at the same time, like, when do you teach it?
That's
And what do you
important, too.
stress? Like, what do
Yeah.
you stress? Like, because I think at this point, you need to just tell kids, like, be honest with them. Just be like, hey, listen, we're not going to be able to stop you from having sex at this age, even though you
Mhm.
shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Just fucking put a condom on.
This
Like,
guy
Right.
sucks at the lathe.
like just don't be dumb, because I can't stress it much how much you will ruin your life if you are a 6th grader and you have a kid. It won't be fun. Like, I think when people teach sex ed, they try to beat around the bush, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like, haha, penis, wear condoms. Like,
Yeah.
you need to go in there and be like, hey, have you ever
Yeah.
seen what a penis looks
No,
like with a
that's-
bunch of herpes on it?
That's
Look!
No, that's why I commended you guys for addressing the uncomfortable. You know, 'Cause,
Yeah.
like people need, like you guys should be sex ed teachers.
Oh, that'd be wildin'.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what it's like to burn when you pee?
So
You ever
today
s-
we're going to watch Piper Pieri. She's one of my personal favorites.
Okay.
This is 7 black men with large wieners. Don't end up like this.
That reminds me. Have you seen that chick that called the? This is a little off subject, but the chick that called the cops at the barbecue, the black people having a barbecue, because they were using coal. They got, I can't remember her name.
They
is.
weren't using propane.
No,
Well.
unfortunately. But she was. I can't remember what they call her. Barbecue Betty or something, but there's a bunch of them. Then there was one, but anyways, there was a Tom Segura posted a picture of her today. Everyone just keeps making memes of her.
Wait, why did she call the cops? Just because they were using coal?
Well, that's why she said.
Yo.
I think it's because they were black people.
Oh, okay.
But- I'll
Go Eagles. Based on what you just said, you can get pregnant if there's cum on someone's stomach. It can get someone pregnant.
I hope that's not true. But yes,
I
this
don't
is
think
her.
so.
That's,
No?
No.
that's
Well,
the
look it up.
chick.
I.
That's the chick. So people just keep putting her calling cops around black people. But then there was another one today, or the other day, some chick called the cops on an 8-year-old girl for selling water without a permit.
Oh, Jordan, I really don't think that's true.
It's
what,
like-
what was it though?
It's yeah, I don't know. It's there's a way you can impregnate a woman without it actually
I don't think so.
entering. Okay, I guess we'll see.
Can you get?
If I'm
pregnant
wrong,
from
I'm gonna
belly
feel
nut?
stupid. But like, if I'm right, like that's like that needs to be in a sex ed.
Look at this question. Can you get
Discussion.
pregnant if cum gets in your belly button? That's hilarious. Someone actually asked that.
I'm like 99% sure that you can. Because, like, if that was true, Jordan, I would have a lot of little baby Wesses around. That's why I'm pretty positive it's not true.
I don't know. I've come inside many women and still don't have any kids.
It's true.
But that's one of those.
Don't say that. Definitely don't say that.
I'm like, I get a syringe full of bleach and that's right up there after. Kills everything, cleans them right out.
Oh,
In
no.
I find it works best if you wait 3 months though.
Dude, you should.
What Jordan's
I'm not
trying
gonna
to
tell you how to run your podcast. alright?
Jordan's trying to say you should stop while you're ahead.
I'm just trying to hand out medical advice here. Like, you can't get pregnant if she's on top in a hot tub. I've proven this.
So, for a pregnancy risk to occur, sperm must have contact with your vulva VULVA. You say you don't think this happens, so I don't see any pregnancy risk here. Also, missing one pill at the beginning of your cycle does not greatly decrease its effectiveness. That all said, checking with your fingers for ejaculate or pre-ejaculate in the vagina is impossible. You cannot tell his fluids from yours. If he just ejaculated on your stomach and there was no drippage or any transfer on your hands, I do not see a pregnancy risk here.
Wait, so if it's on your fingers, though, you can get her pregnant?
Yeah.
Damn.
All it takes is one.
So you nut on your finger and stuff it up there?
Don't do it.
Damn. That's wild.
See, but what Jordan's saying, though, is...
Well, so it can't get to the vulva through skin?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Then, I'm an idiot.
No, you're
I thought you were saying, like, if you come on her belly, she gets pregnant.
That's what he was saying.
Okay, back to what you said, though.
This isn't alcohol.
Still
This is just absorbing
not
the
worth
skin.
the risk, you know?
Well,
It's
I think,
like,
though, that things like that need to be...
considering the aftermath of certain situations, I don't know.
Well, okay, but I think...
I don't want to be that guy.
I think what you're saying, though, that there are some things that should be taught, because, like, there's not going to be a girl... Like, what if a girl jerks a dude off, and then he's like, oh, play with your pussy or whatever, not to get TMI here. But then she does, and she still has, some ejaculant on her hand, some nut, and she gets pregnant because of that. That's possible. They don't tell you that in school,
This
though.
is a medical podcast.
Right?
Use the words. Nut.
Yeah.
Nut.
Well,
It's a medical term.
it's like, whatever it is that gets a woman pregnant, that,
Just don't do it.
if you do it, plan.
Yeah.
Like you said, it'll ruin your life if you just
Kids?
jump in, especially at a young age.
It's true.
Especially at a young age,
It's bad.
Yeah.
Be more on board with abortion, people.
What if you're like 15 years old, you get a girl pregnant, but then in like 20 years that kid turns into be Steph Curry?
Well, I guess that's 20 years I'm having to take one for the team.
You can't just put out these
What if
hypothetical
statement?
situations. No.
Hypothetical.
It doesn't work like that.
Hypothetical, do you abort Steph Curry too? Or do you just take one for the team?
Dude, okay.
See,
Hypothetically, I almost want to say allegedly.
don't
If
abort.
he is coming in, he's coming one way. If Steph's coming, he's coming one way or another.
Right.
Fight for his life.
What I'm saying is don't abort. Wait till they're born and then
Make this
leave them in the
decision, man.
tub too long or something.
That's bad. I like to think that Steph Curry's little sperm was like sitting in the back, and he's like, "Oh, there's the opening." Splash.
He survived 3
Splash into
abortions.
the egg.
Damn, that step back.
That's
Oh my gosh.
Clean.
Oh,
On net.
Damn, that's how Steph was
Oh,
born. The
man.
pull out, and then it went.
He didn't pull out fast enough.
He was born for shots from the beginning.
That's how we knew he was gonna be successful. Oh shit!
That was a 3-point come.
He still made it.
Still made it.
He made it from downtown.
Yeah, he did.
Man. Oh, wow. That
But
is
all
too
jokes
real.
aside-
That is too real for me. No, that was.
Wear a condom.
Yeah.
Wear
Yeah.
a condom.
We're done. They
Wear a
fucking
condom.
suck.
Let's change the subject, because if I watch this again, I don't want to watch us talking about jacking off and
Have you ever?
Forrest's off tangents.
But have you ever jacked off into the same object so many times that after like 3 weeks it smells like power bait?
Oh yeah, that's a weird thing.
It's a real weird thing.
It's only when you jerk off in something that keeps the moisture.
Yeah.
But if you become a sock, it's like sandpaper on your wiener.
Yeah, it's not fun. Okay,
Okay.
so what subject would you like to change it to?
Okay, well, before we change it, yes, I have experienced that.
Man, doesn't smell great.
Yeah, I could say
Well,
this
not
later
the
for
smell,
fishing.
but like
The
Okay,
sandpaper?
yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
All
you're just like, ooh.
You're like, man, my fingers really aren't getting this
Okay.
itch deep enough. But I got this sock over here. It's real
can
hard.
we play Fortnite or something?
Damn.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, seriously, can we though at some point? Because
I don't have the Xbox or anything hooked
Oh,
up to
it's all good.
just the
Yeah.
PC.
It's all good.
I'm a upgraded fellow thanks to Curtis.
Yeah, big shout out to Curtis.
Sick.
He gave us this PC here.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, Chris.
Yeah, he said he was just gonna take it to the DI and make some kid's day, and he's like,
And he made
"You
our
guys
day
want it?"
instead.
We're like, yeah.
Okay. Perfect segue. Coming from
Chiropractors
Go Eagles.
aren't real. Oh,
Wait,
so I took out the video. I was like, chiropractors aren't real.
Fake science.
Because like my aunt's ex-boyfriend, he went to the chiropractor for something and it caused like severe nerve damage or something, so now he's like all these shit and they can't fix it caused by the chiropractor.
Oh, I think it's 100% a placebo.
Yeah,
Because like,
feels
I
nice. It's
disagree.
temporary.
well, I think there's science to prove it now that it doesn't do anything. Like some of it will relieve
Really?
pressure, but like
Yeah.
in reality, let's say that you feel like you need your fingers to pop. Is it the popping sound that makes you feel better?
I look at
Because
it.
like
It's like an adjustment, like, right? That's
full
what they call
body
it.
adjustments will give you better flexibility.
So you push someone wherever they have a hunchback, right? And they had a back injury. You push someone slowly. Their adjustments are so. I don't know. Could it actually change your structure,
I don't
or does it go
know.
back to?
I have no idea.
Does it even just the slightest? You know, I don't know. Anyways, Ben Simmons still thinks he's a rookie. Is this Curtis?
no,
No, it's Go
Who's this?
Eagles. Curtis is a bird story.
Who's this?
he's
His
just
name's Go
he's just
Eagles.
Go Eagles. You know, go Eagles. Donovan Mitchell is Rookie of the Year. I'm glad you said that way back up.
Yeah, he got robbed.
Damn, I'll show you if I can.
He got snubbed. If you want my
Oh.
honest opinion, I don't know if Rudy Gobert was no, he's I don't know. You know, because he was gone like half the season, but like his presence when he came back, yeah, undeniable.
I think Kyle Kuzma was a better rookie than Ben Simmons too, but
You think so? Was he even in the?
probably not.
Because I mean, you know, I'm not saying like
Yeah,
I'm not going against you. I'm saying I don't know. Was it him? So it was
It's probably-
Donovan Mitchell, probably Jason Tatum.
probably.
Yeah.
I think what people need to remember though, the NBA is entertainment.
Yeah.
And Ben Simmons is a more popular person than Donovan Mitchell.
Just because he's fucking a Jenner.
Well, he's a more popular person outside of the NBA. He's on a more popular team.
There we go.
He's like this year he's been he's been practicing and not been in the league, you know, having those responsibilities. He's probably picked up some networking skills.
Could you imagine being? Yeah,
Yeah.
He had a hell of a advantage though. He was able to learn all the plays and everything for a whole year.
Well, the whole offseason, guess who he's playing with? His NBA teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like great.
Oh, the stream.
Pick the guy who can't shoot threes. Damn.
That's
with the
Donovan
true
Mitchell. But he showed up in. There's Markel Fultz. Speak of the devil. They said for some reason they weren't even sure if it was caused by a shoulder injury. They said he changed his shot. He didn't. I don't know. It's weird. They said he changed his shot and now he's different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people though do
See
need to
this
remember
guy?
that.
He's been training for a whole year, and if I don't know if he played a game though. You can't play a game to win Rookie of the Year.
Right.
So I don't know if he did, but
Yeah, I think people do need to remember that sports are, you know, it's still a popularity thing. Like,
Yeah.
if it's, you know,
Yeah.
there's a reason why you always hear about the popular people.
Yeah, and you know the numbers usually reflect that.
Yeah.
The numbers in the game usually reflect their popularity, which
Right.
is interesting.
Damn, it's old stuff.
Well, and money intake for the best players.
Right.
And,
Yeah, it's like it multiplies from that.
like, I always revert back to baseball.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why the Yankees have always been one of the best teams.
Mhm.
It's because they've been one of the most popular and the most money. So they've
It's
always
like
been
goddamn
relevant.
Alabama.
Yeah, like Alabama. Alabama's one of the most popular college teams. They have the money, and they'll always be relevant. The Patriots, you just skimmed over that. Popular team will always be relevant now.
Damn, like I
The
don't
Jazz
think
have the money to draft a big star this year.
They
And a
already
lot of the
drafted-
players-
what's his butt?
they drafted a kid from Duke.
Yeah, Grayson.
Yeah.
But
I wonder what you know what his contract is.
No, not yet.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, that could play a part in it. I like how they're getting like just like young,
and
solid.
yeah, all
guys.
these people
Yeah.
want to come to Utah now just because of Donovan though.
Yeah.
The funniest was he was a baseball player. It wasn't in college, or was in I think he went to college, or in high school he was a baseball player, and they're like, man, I can't wait for Donovan to go and play baseball just like Michael Jordan, even except for this time he'll be good at it.
Right. That's not good, Salty. Are you guys gonna get in your car and go find him, or Happy's his doggo?
Damn.
Man.
Poor Hap.
Yeah, you know, if it's any help,
I'll call him.
yeah, if it's any help, like, yeah, we've lost our dogs a lot. Like, not the
Happy!
best,
You should
not the
come now.
best keeping of them. Anyways, like, yeah, just if you do everything you can, you know, like, it'll probably work out. I don't know. That probably doesn't help, but
Hopefully,
you know,
if he just ran
I got a
out,
soft
he
spot
can't-
for dogs, so hope it works out for you, Salty.
Hopefully, he's not too far away.
Yeah. Last,
Gosh, I
when
never
was the
seen that.
Jazz last pin to? In '98,
Probably, yeah.
wasn't that? Yeah, I think, yeah, 97, 98.
I was just reading about him playing baseball, trying to remember.
I still wonder sometimes if sports are a little rigged, though.
I mean,
Yeah, some of them
they've
for sure.
got to be like.
Because we watch for entertainment, right?
Mhm.
And
That's like saying WWE's rigged. Come on, Wes.
right.
I mean, who has like the power and the control? Like,
Well, it's one of those things like, you know, in football, it seems like whatever team is popular is always in the finals or in the Super Bowl. Because, like, last year Peyton Manning's going to go, they happen to go win the Super Bowl. You know, like, Patriots are one of the most popular teams in the league. They're always
you
there.
mean like for entertainment?
That's rigged.
Right.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
scripted.
that's interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Because, I mean, I don't think college sports is scripted, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's, you know, behind the scenes shit. Let's say it's like,
Yeah.
you know, hey guys, we're going against Cleveland tonight. Got to give them this one, you know? And you can see it sometimes with how the players play.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just play like shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, I think that goes on. Yeah, and it's sad, but that probably goes on.
It's in fighting. It's in MMA and fighting sports a lot,
That's
too.
awful.
The day everyone started hating Michael Jordan in Utah. Just kidding.
Yeah,
No wonder everyone in Utah says LeBron's better. They're still triggered by this.
right.
I saw a bunch of polls on Facebook, though. Finally got it right. MJ.
Michael Jordan dominating the Jazz.
I saw one on Twitter, like 1,200 people did a poll, and it was Xbox or PlayStation, and it ended up 50-50 perfectly. I was like,
Whoa.
damn.
The game is balanced. Just kidding. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking
Damn.
about.
The glory days. Why does the crowd look black and white?
I wanted to see Go Eagles. I wanted to see Celtics Rockets in the
Me
finals.
too.
That's what I was hoping for.
Come on, JS, boom!
Yeah.
And then we thought we had it.
Oh man, it's like it's a dagger, but I respect it.
We thought we had it. And then MJ came out and did MJ.
Yep.
We
Good old Jeff Hornacek. I saw that. Did you see that one game
Got
where he
too
was just
comfortable,
lighting
I
up the
guess.
threes? I think he still has one of the records for most something about threes. I can't remember though. I'm gonna look that up after I see MJ.
Curry's broken just a stupid amount of records,
Yeah.
just especially threes.
Let's do
Only player with 10 threes in back-to-back games.
Let's see, I can't remember. He made. Oh yeah, it was. I guess not a record, but he didn't miss it. He had 8, but didn't miss a single three.
Do you guys wanna? Yes.
Do you want a Fanta?
Yeah.
I might watch this fucking ad. Damn, I just want to see
I wonder if Curry deflates balls.
it. Good old. That's so weird. I wish it was 1998 again, just for like the clothes and shit.
Right.
Damn. It's so weird seeing like their jerseys and stuff, and just their playing style has changed so much over the years. Seeing little Stockton there.
Yeah. Anytime I play 2K, I always do like the mountain jerseys.
Oh yeah.
These are sick though. The revival of the Jazz logo.
Right.
That's what we got now. With the J.
I'm just gonna put on. Fuck, I don't know. Let's do that again. How long are we on? 2 hours and 9 minutes. So I don't know how long you guys want to go. But what were you gonna say to us, Shitley? Do we want to dunk on the haters? We already do that.
Dunking on all of the haters.
Dunkin' Donuts, delicious. Man, do you remember Tommy's Donuts?
Tommy's Donuts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It came with the
so.
glasses on the donut box.
No.
It was just a Utah thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
They're real delicious. So, if I can find it.
And then Big Business ran them out. Krispy Kreme.
Man, is there still Tommy's Donuts around?
I hope so.
Krispy Kreme.
Tommy's Donuts, Utah. I think it was Tommy's. I could be wrong though.
There's one in California.
Oh yeah, Tommy's Donuts. That's what it. That's probably all I'm gonna see. I just thought of it. I don't know why. But
Oh, I do remember those.
'cause I used
After
to eat
seeing the logo,
fuck
yeah.
out of them.
Yeah, those were so good.
And then they came with a. On the box, you broke off the box, and it was like kind of like 3D glasses, just little glasses.
Right.
You could always go get them. It used to be one of them was where Jimmy John's now is in Centerville, attached to that gas station.
Yeah.
That was Tommy's Donuts, and like you could go and they would make the kind of like Krispy Kreme, make all the donuts in front of you and stuff.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I don't remember it.
It was delish.
I don't have donuts often.
Oh man, I don't really like sweets that much, but donuts. I think baked goods. That's what I'm about. Donuts, cake,
Churros. They're my weakness.
ass. Just all the best.
What are your weakness?
Ass.
Churros.
Churros?
Yeah.
Churros are good. I haven't had a churro in so long.
Me neither.
Where can a boy go get a churro right now?
I don't know. Costco's
I
closed.
got one at the air show.
Ooh, Beto's probably.
That's true.
Betos have churros?
Costa Vida, I think they have some. They
Oh
have
man, Tres Leches. Ooh.
They have like the
Tasty.
rolls with like whipped cream and like sugar and cinnamon in it. It's like wrapped in a fried tortilla. Sheesh. I gotta stop.
Right.
Man. I'm not doing that for sure.
Well,
I was gonna look up pictures of food, but
Should we call it?
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright. I mean,
Oh shit.
I don't want to take too much of you guys'
No,
time.
you're good.
I'm pretty tired too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It
So,
was.
everybody watching, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna call it for this little podcast, boy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's the boy.
our boy Jordan. Make sure to check out his vanishboardco.com.
vanishboardco.com. Check it out.
You all
Or
wanna
not.
insult me?
Whatever happens, happens.
Not really. But all right, yeah. We'll
just remember one last thing, everyone. Wear a condom.
I was just gonna end it.
Yeah, I
soon.
was hoping you were going to end it. I was just going to...
I was about to, but then I was like, is he actually going to?
Wear protection.
Wear protection.
If you're a woman, make sure your man wears protection. Because there's this little sly game you can do. When you thrust out, you have your hand right there and just slip the condom off and then
Damn,
put back
people are
in.
getting charged for that too.
Yeah, I know.
What, were you one of them?
No.
I know.
I know the move.
All right.
You got to be doing deep thrust, but wear rubber.
Goodbye, everyone.